Welcome to another episode of the People's Debate collaboration with PURO PINCHE Sports. I am your host, Jose Garza, and with me tonight is the host with the most, the New England Patriot fan, fellow fan. It is Milton Wynn. What's going on, brother?
What's going on? Yes, it is Puro Pinche Sports with the People's Debate. Make sure you like and subscribe to both channels if you're watching now, since let's get that right away, get it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing fine, by the way, brother. How are you?
Chill, bro. Chill. Just trying to survive these damn winter illnesses. Just trying to take out everybody in the family right now.
What is it?
I think
Luckily, I'm good. I'm good
think for the child it's just a cold right now.
for you.
But
Okay, right on.
I mean, it's what it is, bro. Things are happening. So, anyways, guys, tonight we're getting into some UFC talk, so you can get a mixture of or a little sneak peek of what me and Milton do when it comes to bell to bell MMA show. We're also going to be talking about Week 12 stories as well as what's it called? What are we going with? Week 12 stories and Week 13 predictions, as well as our weekly power rankings. Now, Milton, usually, if you're watching from the People's Debate, we usually share our top five with me. When you're watching with me, I share my top 10. Milton, you are free to share your top 10 if you want to, brother.
I got it. Yeah, I will.
so, uh, Milton, UFC Qatar obviously happened this past weekend. We were more intrigued because of what the stipulations were as far as um who is going to come out on this on top to be contenders for the lightweight title and the welterweight title. Now, obviously, in the main event, Arman Sarukian submitted Dan Hooker in the second round after a long layoff of him not fighting. Um, Alex goes, tight invite. Alex, your wife just had surgery yesterday. Take care of her. You're on paternity leave, you sick fuck. Love you, this guy, though.
If he wants to jump on, talk good.
Right, right.
Do it. Let's do it. All right. So
Diego says, Diego
who's
Armando
Diego?
says, look at these two lovers.
What's going
When's
on?
the wedding?
Oh, it's the Patriot thing. Fair enough. All right. Well, that's fair.
Well, the wedding happened back in 2002 when the
It's
Patriots won the first Super Bowl.
that's where it
Um,
started. Huh?
you don't have to be jealous, guys. You just have to accept it as is. So,
Come on.
what is
Come on.
up?
I will
Uh,
give the shout out. Give the shout out to the young brother.
hello, I like and subscribe. If you shout out my name, Jeremiah Medina. What is going on, man?
Shout out to you, brother. Make sure People's Debate
Hey
and
Diego,
Puro
whatever
Pinche
makes you
Sports.
happy, bro. Whatever makes you happy, Diego. I ain't tripping, dog.
Gay. Oh man. Well, it's not homosexual. It's a heterosexual relationship. It's a brotherhood. That's where we're
I don't
going
think you
with.
need to explain yourself to
All right.
him,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Everyone is knockout, or everyone's knocked out. Uh, take care of them, Alex. Jesus Christ, take care of them. All right, you can sit this one out, brother. Okay, you sit this one out.
Mhm.
All right, man. So, anyways, UFC Qatar, Arman Sarukian submits second round. He hasn't fought in what 19 months, Milton? 19
Ish.
damn long months.
Yeah.
So now he is up in his way to having his title match, possibly against Ilya Taporia.
Oh, for sure.
Is that what you would want him to do?
Yes.
And Jeremiah, you have a wife. Congratulations. So do we, brother. Congratulations. Um, everyone, be happy if you are blessed marriage with wife and children. Or you know what? If you're like Diego and you like the homosexuals, it's okay too.
No. No.
We no, we are here for everyone.
No. No.
We are here for everyone. Shout out.
Okay. All
All
right.
for love.
Well, shout out to everybody in the chat. Much love and appreciation.
But
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
anyways, Arman Sarukian wins his fight. Do you want to see a title match between Ilya Taporia versus Arman Sarukian, or are you still more intrigued as we were talked about last belt to belt show? Are you wanting to see Islam Makhachev, the new welterweight champion, versus the lightweight champion? Um, Jesus
Uh,
Christ, Ilya Taporia.
yeah. So I think it just depends on what lens are we going to look at it from. Are we going to look at it the biggest blockbuster fight that we can make, the most eyeballs on the specific fight? In that case, of course, the biggest fight to make, other than a John Jones Tom Aspinall, is Ilia Topuria against Islam. Now, Juicy Burger, shout out to you. Where I'm trying
It
to
must be
see
because
if
we
I
be a
got.
Patriots fans. It must be it. It might be the only
Uh,
reason.
okay, yeah,
I'm
you
throwing
gave me that.
everyone's comments up. You know what? For fun. I'm just gonna throw
You
up everyone's
you did
comments for
you
fun.
did good because you threw me off. I was like, okay, do I have a red hat somewhere or something? But
Okay, okay. I will say this for Juicy Burger. I wear this red Patriots hat on purpose to trigger people
that's
to
all.
make them think this is a MAGA hat. I
Right.
will say that. I will say I do wear this to trigger people. They have to take a double dip look at me to make sure it's not. My
And
wife
then
freaks out every time I wear it.
and then you see the greatness on it
So
as
Eric.
well. So it's a positive. Shout out to you, Eric. But to answer
Mm-hmm.
your question, I think what makes sense is Armin Sarukian fighting Ilia Topuria for the 155 title, the lightweight title, because Ilia hasn't defended it. He beat Charles Oliveira. Okay, I think everybody that wasn't a Charles Oliveira huge fan, knew that that was going to happen. And Armin provides a very certain skill set that can pose problems to Ilia Topuria. So we'll see. Well, I think, but to answer your question, I think Ilya should fight Armin for the lightweight title. Ilya going up to 170 again, great fight, cool. Especially me, that scares. That's the only fight that really scares me as a Islam fan. That doesn't make any sense. Topuria wins, then what? He's not going to fight anybody at 170. So yeah, Armin should fight Ilya. Let the divisions kind of maturate and start start seeing the contenders and pretenders naturally. And then, if both guys are on a 2, 3, 4 fight win streak and Ilya still wants smoke, sure. He'll fill in his frame better. So will Islam, and we'll see. But yeah, Ilya should fight Armin 100%.
Joe wants to see the White House headline fight to be Ilya versus Islam, and as great as that fight would could
Of
be,
course.
if Islam didn't leave the weight class, I would be down to see it. But the problem is that now Ilya is a champion, now Islam's a champion, both in respective divisions. Those titles need to be defended against guys that are already waiting in line in those weight classes. And the problem is that if these guys keep jumping, then what do we have title divisions for? Everyone could just make a fight whenever they want. John Jones can fight for the super heavyweight title. They're just gonna make one. Fuck it. They're just gonna make anything, whatever happen, and that just unbalances everything in the sport. So I personally would rather see Ilya Taporia take on Armin. If Armin's the true next number one contender, let's make it happen. Now, the question is, Milton, Islam Makachev has a full lineup of UFC welterweight
Oh,
contenders
come on.
waiting
Yeah.
in the brackets. We don't need Ilya in that fight because we have a whole list. Ian Machado Gary is just won another fight. Carlos Prates is on a streak. Michael Morales just had a beautiful finish just
Yeah.
2 Saturdays ago. We know Shavkat's in the waiting, coming off injury and shit like that. He's probably not going to take another fight before he gets a title shot. So, what fight are we really looking at for Islam entering 2026? Let's say February, usually March, usually a time frame around before Ramadan that he would like to take a fight. Who should he fight and when?
Who is the $1 million question, brother? I'll try to play matchmaker and see if you agree, disagree, or have a difference of opinion. Islam, the Kamaru Usman fight doesn't freaking make sense. To all the casuals that remember Usman's name, I understand. Usman's one of the greatest. He's the top two welterweight of all time, in my opinion, 100%. One and two, debate amongst yourselves. He's number two, whatever. That doesn't make any sense. I think he's ranked like number 8. The rankings don't mean everything, but 8 doesn't make any sense for Islam just getting the belts. Michael Morales and Ian Machado Gary are the two guys that make the most sense. Two young up and comers, and I think they will pose problems. Well, one of them more than the other to Islam, because both of them are like 6'3" and actual welterweights. Filled in the frame, they've been fighting a welterweight their entire UFC career, at least. So I would say either Michael Morales or Ian Gary, because I think Shavkat is still dealing with the injury. So I don't think that fight will occur. Um, but that's just my thoughts. What about yours?
Um, right now you're going to go with the hot hand. Now, funny enough, I don't know how recent these ranking changes on the UFC website is. They have Paredes above Ian Machado Gary, which is silly because Gary just beat Paredes not that long ago. In a fight that Paredes could have won, should have won,
That's right. Right.
but didn't. So that's not really the issue. Um, if I was the UFC right now, I would go with the hot hand. I would just try to get an exciting Michael Morales out there. Um,
Okay.
just to have an exciting, like he's gonna try to bring as much excitement. Now, is Islam gonna let it happen? No, right? Everyone on the internet was just talking about how Islam was so boring against JDM, and then say how they felt the same way about Hamzat versus DDP.
Totally
Um,
different fights, by the way. Two totally different fights. Go ahead. Sorry.
so I mean, we'll see what happens there. The other interesting note, the one that's people think that UFC might do out of a thank you for your legacy kind of thing, is a Makachev versus Kamaru Usman. Now, Usman is a former UFC welterweight champion, a great champion at that, fun, an exciting champion. But they're I don't know if where I want these weak knees Kamaru Usman right now against Islam Makachev. What say you, Milton?
I don't. If they just want to make a quick cash grab, like you said earlier, a legacy fight, quote unquote, sure. I don't think it makes any sense. I think Islam is better everywhere than Kamaru. And Kamaru's not in his prime anymore. If Kamaru was in his prime, yeah, sign me up. Sign me the freak up. But he's not in his prime. I know he had a great performance, a straight up dominant performance against Joaquin Buckley. I don't care really. That was just for him to prove that he's not completely washed. And he's proved that. But he's not a number one, number two, number three contender, in my opinion, for the welterweights. If the fight happens, the fight happens. I'm not gonna cry. Especially as an Islam fan, he's gonna freaking win. I'm gonna be pretty confident in that. But I don't think the fight really makes any sense. Looking at the competition that's above uh, Kamara Usman at the moment.
And you also don't want to kill so many contenders, right? Like you got so many right now that you can unleash. Again, let's say for example, you do Michael Morales because he's on a win streak, right? He hasn't really lost a fight. If you put him up for the title, then you can do Paredes Kamaru. If Kamaru would be down for it, and then let Ian just wait next in line or something like that. You know, you can make. We have a long line of title challengers, and obviously Islam is not Marab. I would love to see Islam defend the title 3 4 times a year if possible, because then you could really knock out a lot of contenders here. But it'd be crazy. Now, one storyline coming out of UFC Qatar was post fight. Uh, Ian Machado Gary and has a confrontation with Hamza Chimaev, the UFC middleweight champion.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean obviously that Hamzat's going to come down and challenge Islam. Obviously, Hamzat is not a fan of the Islam camp, as he almost tried to start a fight with them also in the crowd. Um, do you see a scenario where the UFC is like, we need a fresh new challenger. This is an exciting fight. Could you see them go crazy and just give us Hamzat versus Ian Machado Gary for no fucking reason?
Nah, I don't. What happened happened, but that's just like backstage stuff that can make a fight in the future, sure, but immediate, no. Like Hamza just won his belt. Ian's not going to go up to try to get a middleweight belt. It would be really stupid of him to fight Hamza right now with his frame, unless he filled out again future wise. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't. I don't think that would be. smart. Anyway, either way, like either way it goes. UFC, Ian Gary, nothing. No, not a fan of it.
Bet. All right, guys. As we move on to the next topic here, do feel free to go on to youtube.com/ at the People's Debate. Please go ahead and subscribe to the People's Debate channel if you're not already watching it from there. Milton would appreciate it. Milton doesn't know what sleep is because nobody subscribes apparently for whatever reason. But subscribe for him, guys. Give him an hour of sleep at least. For every subscription he gets 1 hour of sleep. And guys, if you do me a solid, if you're watching now or if you're not watching from the Puro Pinche Sports channel, go to youtube.com/ at Puro Pinche Sports. Come on over and give us a subscription. I'll sleep whether you like it or not. And you could be like Diego. You can try to mock our sexuality. I'm okay with that. Come on in. Puro Pinche Sports means we are dirty as fuck. Anyways, going on to the next subject. Let's see. Brandon says, "What the hell? Was just sitting here and a football landed in front of me. Did Purdy throw this?" Brandon, of course it did, because
Good to
Brock
see.
Purdy is throwing more interceptions than he is touchdowns so far in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he?
Um, but it is what it is. It honestly, if you're watching Monday Night Football right now, why? It's boring. It's been bad for the most part. Um, the fact is, Carolina is a bad 6-5 team, possibly going to be 6-6 in a little bit. Um, they got time. They could turn it around and win a game, but I mean, it's still ugly nonetheless. Um, and then Brock Purdy is still getting accumulated. I get he threw what for 40 points plus last week and stuff like that, but
Mhm.
I do got to remember that he is coming off a toe turf injury, a shoulder injury, and all that shit. Um, Brandon says waiting for a thank you from the Patriots fans. Well,
Thank you.
Brandon,
He's a Texans fan.
no, I remember. Brandon is a loyal People's Debate man.
So,
Brandon, I will say thank you to you. I don't mind it because I said it to Richie and Cody last Thursday too when the Houston Texans beat the Buffalo Bills. Um, thank you for giving us that now 2.5 game lead over the Buffalo Bills in our division. Um, and it just shows. And look, if you're watching this now, because a few days ago I posted a video saying the Bills are frauds, and this is what I get for putting them in my top 10 for those 10 minutes.
yeah.
Thank you. Because they're fucking frauds. They're horrible. If it's not Josh Allen, it's just simply a trash team, if we're being quite honest with you. I know James Cook has games here and there, but he's not even at the level of his brother Dalvin Cook at his best. So let's be honest. He has
Mm.
Milton, did you see the stat that said in their first 60 games between Dalvin and James, Dalvin still had almost nearly 2,000 more yards and more touchdowns than freaking James did?
Well, I believe that. Dalvin Cook in his prime is, yeah, different. 100%. I didn't see that, though. It's
Cody
wild.
says, nah, Brandon, don't fall for the bamboozle. Milton said we don't got a chance still.
Cody, I never said that. I laughed at something you said. That's not me saying anything. That's a silent, argument from silence. I didn't say that. I think y'all have a chance. Y'all have a great
There
defense.
may or not be a Discord gifts from the game online now. Well, I mean, look, the Bills are a bad team. Houston, you have a problem. And the problem is if you put CJ Sharp back on the helm, are we doing too much? Are we doing not enough? It's not, and it's crazy. It's not a QB controversy. I don't think there's a controversy between Dougie Longneck Mills and CJ Stroud, but it's like, damn, like, so like, you heard people talk about it right now with Mac Jones and Brock Purdy. Do you want to go away from the hot hand? Do you want to go away from it? And it's like, well, yes, you're paying this guy this much, so you have to with Brock, but you haven't paid CJ yet. Is this a negotiation tactic to where maybe we'll not play CJ yet, just so we can negotiate a cheaper deal than 55 million when his contract is due? What say you, Milton?
Well, the hot hand situation, it just depends. I like how you laid it out. Is some people are, some coaching and staffs are obligated because of the amount of money that they're paying that quarterback. However, one, I don't think Davis Mills is putting them in position to win the games. Yes, he's played decently well, and people are going to say, I think I just saw a comment from Cody. that the O line might play well because it's Davis Mills, but we got to remember who they played. I think that's a very important factor when it comes to talking about Houston. And when CJ Stroud comes back, CJ Stroud is obviously better than Davis Mills. I don't think that's really up for debate. Yeah, I don't know.
So right now, the next two matchups, top of my head, Houston has the Indianapolis Colts, who just lost to Kansas City, and then they have Kansas City the following week. Obviously, Colts losing helps their narrative to move a little closer to maybe a division title, but they still have the Jacksonville Jaguars ahead of them, and as far as standings wise.
a game, right?
I know that they're not afraid of the Jaguars at all. If you ask any Texans fan, they'll never fear them because they think they're a bunch of Usis with a P. If you gotta put it all
Wow.
together,
Yeah.
so we're gonna smoke the Colts. $20, anybody? Damn, you ready to put that one, Milton? I'll let you talk to him about it because you were
So
the sole prime man I know that had the Colts
yeah,
going into the playoffs and all this stuff and winning the division.
yeah. So
We have
I mean,
tiebreaker on Jags.
I think the Colts right now are in a very tricky situation. That probably leads us into as far as like storylines when it comes to Week 12. Are we gonna just jump right into NFL storyline talk? Because I think that's
We,
where
I mean, we
my
could do whatever at this point. This is the people's debate, photo collab. We could do whatever. We could jump
right.
anywhere.
So with the Colts, yes, like you said, and like everybody should freaking recognize and give me some dang props, unless they fall off a cliff. I had the Colts winning the division. Not because that they're just that great or Daniel Jones is great or anything of the sort. It's just the team is structured very well. I don't think Shane Steichen sucks, and I think Daniel Jones is a good underneath, under 20 yard kind of guy. Now it seems that has been in some type of an issue where very good defenses are also seeing that. Okay, well, we stopped the run. Daniel Jones ain't gonna beat us deep. He ain't gonna beat us deep. I never said he was a good deep ball thrower, and I agree with the defenses. And we saw a blueprint from Kansas City this last week. They didn't play well, but they beat the Indianapolis Colts because the defense stopped JT and Daniel Jones cooked for 2 quarters. In second half, he did absolutely nothing, especially the fourth quarter and overtime. He did absolutely nothing. Can you hear me?
Sorry, I was on mute.
Oh,
No,
okay. Gotcha. I thought
I
I.
was saying he's the penny man. I always knew he was.
Well, okay. All right. Well, I don't agree with that part, but I.
You'll never agree, but he'll never prove me wrong.
Well, it just depends what you mean by prove you wrong. It depends what you mean by prove you wrong. But for him and the Texans, for the Colts playing the Texans, if DeForest Buckner is in the game, I will bet you, Cody. DeForest Buckner was a missed piece against Kansas City because Kansas City's whole thing was all right, well, we're going to run it 30 plus almost 40 times, and that's going to work for us. DeForest
Yeah,
Buckner,
41 times they
41.
rushed the ball.
Okay, right. I know Kareem Hunt had 30 of them, so that's the main thing. If if that happens, then maybe Houston can do something. But I don't think your offensive line is playing better than the first 3 games, but it's still not good. The Indianapolis Colts, sure, they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. However, I think the defense played better than what they're probably going to get, credit for. But yes, if DeForest Buckner plays, nonetheless, if DeForest Buckner plays, I would bet you, Cody, that y'all will not win that this next game. Say the next one.
So so let's say right now Cody has an interesting question, or actually no, Brandon does. I'm sorry. Will Texans be the first team to hold the Colts under 20 points this season? And if they do, Milton, let me ask you that. If they do end up doing that,
Yeah.
do they win?
No. Like what? Wait. The Colts? Do the Colts win?
The Houston Texans
Oh,
win if they can hold them down to 20 under
yes,
20 points?
100%. Yes, I
So
agree.
you have that much confidence right now in the Houston offense to put up 20 points or more points enough to defeat the Colts right now? The Colts
No,
defense.
no. So I think the Colts will score more than 20 points. If they don't score 20 or more points, like Brandon is saying, first team to hold the Colts under 20 points. If that's true, if the Texans hold the Colts under 20 points, the Texans will win the game. Book it. Because that's not Daniel Jones's game. It's not it.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to be able to stop Jonathan Taylor. I don't think that.
I it's an interesting stat, bro. Look, this ain't no Colts took the foot off the gas or whatever it was. When you look at a time possession,
Dude,
25 minutes for the Colts, 42 minutes for the Chiefs.
look how many
You should
plays. Look how many plays the Chiefs.
494. No, sorry, yards.
No.
91 plays versus
Yes.
50. Sorry.
Yes.
That was crazy. 400 plays would
That
be
was
nuts.
all right. Well,
Yeah,
that shows two different things. Yes, the Colts I think lost the game, but I don't want to take credit away from Kansas City. The reason why I'm like putting more fault on the Colts just losing their minds on offense, not being aggressive enough. A couple drops ruined drives. Daniel Jones, it's Shane Steichen or Daniel Jones, one of them or both of them. You need to be more aggressive. Like they're daring you to throw it deep. Don't get me wrong. One of those deep balls should have been a pick, and he didn't get a pick. He should have had a pick. I, however, I do think that uh, with the 90 plus plays, you shouldn't be only scoring the amount of points that Kansas City scored. That's so it's not a. I don't think Kansas City's back, guys. I don't think that because 91 plays, you should be scoring about 30 some points. You didn't. So that's a knock
I'm not.
on the
I'm
Chiefs.
not confident if you're talking about right now about the Chiefs. Like
No.
even with a game against Dallas this week, a short week, right? Thanksgiving, and Patrick's back in Texas. I'm not confident in the Chiefs. I'm not looking forward to like picking that game when I have to pick that game,
Mhm.
which we will do ourselves tonight. But like in my pickums, I mean, it's just that even then I'm not confident. There's just nothing about the Chiefs that look good right now. I feel like they more found a lazy Colts team. Uh, that's what they got through versus a more makeshift ready team. Because I feel like if this was like weeks, what 4 through 10 Colts, I feel like, or 4 through 8, this would have been a lot better for the Colts. But I don't know. I don't like what I saw from the Chiefs. If we want to break down stories, I'm gonna let Cody hop on in a bit. He's trying to get on. He's trying to set up everything up right now so he can join us and give us his thoughts real quick. Um,
Real quick on Brandon's comments, if you want to put them up, Brandon, I
all right,
see your comments.
which one we going with?
Let's go with the when he says we faced DeForest Buckner, and then after last year we faced Jonathan Taylor. So y'all facing DeForest Buckner twice a year, we are used to that guy. I understand that, and then also you faced Jonathan Taylor last year, and y'all held him under 50 yards. I get that, and that's a fact. That's a fact. This is a different Colts team, and you could agree with that. I'm assuming this is a different Colts team than last year. And last year, y'all barely beat the Colts and they had a dysfunctional offense. He had a dysfunctional quarterback. So this is a different Colts team. Just to put that in perspective, I hear you though, Brandon.
Colts did. Mahomes did have 352 yards. Yeah, but they went to overtime to be fair, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
Come on.
a lackluster 352. Like it was like the Colts just didn't. You know how Brandon, like, and anyone who's watching right now, live or on demand, you know how last week the Chiefs laid an egg against the Broncos. That's pretty much what the Colts did here too. They came off a bye pretty lackluster, very insufficient. And that's what we saw. Now I've seen the Colts go to Arrowhead with worse quarterbacks and beat the Chiefs. You get me? So I wouldn't have been surprised that the Colts won this game. Um, that has nothing to do, of course, with when we see Colts versus Texans because there's going to be two different matchups. The fact is that Chiefs don't have the defense to match up to compare to the Texans defense at all. Obviously, the Texans have the number one defense in the league right now. If you're really watching and paying attention to the league right now, um, you saw the beating they put on Josh Allen. They wouldn't let him freaking pass the line of scrimmage if they could. Um, it'll be an interesting. It will be a tight game next week. I will say
I agree.
that.
I agree.
Is this first matchup in Houston?
Uh, it is at Indianapolis, at
It's
Indy.
at Indy.
Yeah. That's why I'm.
Houston's
That's
on.
why I'm confident. That's why I'm more confident. Not confident. More confident
Are
that
you
it's at Indy.
if you're Houston, are you more confident right now? Though going back to the topic of earlier, are you confident right now playing right now CG Stroud if he clears concussion protocol and everything? Are you more confident with him, or do you want to go with the quote unquote hot hand and that is Davis long neck Mills? What are you? Well, if you're Houston, what would you feeling, or is it like let's just go with the best option, which is CJ,
CJ.
because no matter what, our defense is going to do it.
Yes, CJ. Davis
Okay.
Mills is not good. Oh, he had a couple good moments against no Ed Oliver defense led by the Buffalo Bills. The Tennessee Titans absolutely suck. Yeah, I don't really care. But yeah,
All right, let
CJ
me try
Stroud
this real
is the
quick.
quarterback for sure.
Cody, are you good?
There he
I'm
is.
trying. Hold on, my fucking shit. I
No
hate.
Hey, dude.
worries. I'll take him off for now so that way he can figure it out. I see him popping in there. And I was like, is he ready? I was like, I don't know. All right. But anyways, nah, I mean, Mills, get back on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the prettiest. Your defense does so well. And for the game to be still be close that whole time. Cody, tell me if you're good.
Good, Cody.
I mean, I can hear y'all. I don't know why. Just
It's okay.
Monday?
It's just,
Is it your
can you
internet?
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
now we can. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not the internet. I was having the audio output problems.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So, Cody, go ahead and share your thoughts on Houston. I'm asking right
Okay.
now if y'all should stick with Mills or Stroud or go with Stroud since they're on a win streak. But obviously, like the easy answer would be Stroud. But is there a conversation to have Mills still on the field because y'all all are on a win streak right now?
I think no matter what, there's a subconscious thought in the back. Like, I mean, he hasn't lost a game, right? But I think Milton put it perfect point was that he doesn't put us in the position to win the game. So it's not like you need him out there. It's not like you're watching like, fuck, now what are we gonna do? Mills is gone. You know what I mean? He did great for what he was supposed to do, and he did his job. So I do thank him for that. But it is time to let CJ come back if CJ's ready. And ultimately, as long as the O line blocks somewhat decent, then I think you can have an offense that is mediocre. And with the defense that you have, that's all you need. Now, if your offense can't be mediocre and it's bottom tier, then of course you'll be wasting that defense. And to go on point as far as the Colts, addressing the Colts, if our defense can do anything that Pittsburgh can do, well, fuck, I don't see why we won't win. You know what I mean? If our defense can do anything that the Chiefs did, fuck, I don't see why we don't win. You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, I think our defense is better than the Chiefs and the Steelers put together. So I see another negative under 50-yard game for Jonathan Taylor and a struggle 2 interception game. You know, a zone. You play Daniel Jones zone. It fucks them up. And that's what the Texans can do. They can rush for it. They can get that pressure and they can play zone and fuck Daniel Jones right up.
I agree with the latter part. I just don't. When you compare, NFL math, MMA math, all that doesn't work. But I hear your point. But if you look at the offenses, Pittsburgh's offense and Kansas City's offense, even though both are struggling in a way and they're very inconsistent, are better than y'all's offense. Would you concede to that?
Milton, do me a solid. Bring the mic closer to you.
Ah, shoot. Can y'all not hear me, or is it?
It's been low for a while.
Ah, man.
Yeah, I was just
Cody, you froze up.
I'm trying to fuck with my audio. I'm like I can barely hear him.
Oh, okay,
Am I better now?
a little bit.
What? All right, let me turn it up. More, 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 more,
Same
more, more,
ish.
more, 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 more.
Same. Go to your StreamYard settings and make sure that's the one that's connected. Just real
Yep.
quick.
Yeah.
All
All right. Yes.
right. So Cody, a nice 3-win game streak, right? Obviously, y'all made the comeback against the Jags. You did what you had to do against the Titans, and you just smushed Buffalo. Um, Y'all have the tiebreaker right now with Jacksonville. So what is the road right now for Houston to make the playoffs?
Mm, win these next 3 games. We win these. We win at least 2 of them. I was talking to Richie about this before we played the Bills. I said, look, we go into the Bills, then we go into the Chiefs. I mean the Colts, and then we're going to the Chiefs. If we can win 2 of those 3, then I don't see why we're not going to end up squeezing in the playoffs. Mainly, we beat the Bills and we beat the Chiefs, which are the two racing, I guess you call it, in the hunt, whatever. Those are the two in the hunt that are pretty close to us. So those would be the more key ones. And it would actually be okay if we lost to Indianapolis, as unless we basically win both games against Indianapolis, then we probably won't win the division. You see what I mean? So
Yeah. Alex says
if
it's a
we
must
pull the
win for
Chiefs
y'all.
back, that would be great.
Alex says a must win for y'all against KC. I would argue it's a must win for both teams. I don't think
Yeah,
KC
the
can
Chiefs
afford
better
another
win
loss.
too. Yeah.
Let's see. Brandon says Colts lose the Texans, Colts and Jags split, Titans steal one from the Jags. Basically what happened 2 years ago. Yeah, I mean 2 years ago it did take y'all a game against the Colts and Gardner Minshew to win the division with the assistance of, I think it was the Jags losing their last game of Week 18 as well. That also helped. So um, it's crazy because I know Milton's gonna stick to his guns that and he's gonna win division. Daniel Jones is Indiana Jones now, not Danny Pennies. But I do see what you're seeing with the Colts. They're coming back down to earth. Like they didn't just lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They struggled to win their next game, and then they let KC beat them. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to let KC beat them. They could have won that game because KC's not doing anything impressive, but they let them win. And so
Yep.
now it does feel like the Colts are falling backwards when structurally, with how the team is constructed minus Daniel Jones, it's a really good team if you look on paper.
Yes, it's a good team if you don't know how to scheme for them. They really caught the league by surprise, right? Nobody didn't expect Daniel Jones to come out and look anything top 15ish or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think it just caught the league by surprise. And now when the defensive coordinators are looking at them and they're starting to actually like logically scheme for the team, and then you're starting to see the Colts aren't really that big of a threat.
Yeah, for sure. Brandon says also F the Cardinals. Yeah,
Yeah,
I picked the Cardinals to win that game, and I don't know what happened for
that
them
shit
to
was
just
crazy.
no. It looks like that. You know what? We know what it was. They want that. They want a top 5 pick. We know what it is.
Okay, so you think they gave the Cowboys the game because of the whole what's his name passed?
Oh, you're talking about the last few games with
Yeah,
the
me and
Cowboys?
my friend were talking about this. Didn't something like that happen last year where someone passed and then they ended up giving like a big game to the team that had the player pass?
Well, I mean, technically, that would have been. I guess this was their first home game since the incident, right? I mean, I don't know. At the same time, Philly's been asked most of the year. At least the offense has
Yeah.
been. So it's like I'm not. Are we that surprised they lost? Because I picked Dallas to win because I thought they were going to split the season anyways. But like, I was like, damn, I don't know if it was like as controversial as like. No, I think Philly just got lazy and they suck. Respectfully, like they're like the worst top 5 team if you still have them in the top 5 people out there. It's just ugly. By the way, Cody, you're not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna like these rankings or not. It's the middle of the pack after like the top 3. It's just gonna be ugly.
Oh, it's really not decisive, right?
There's no
There's so
decisive.
much fluid you could put it anywhere.
Yeah,
Hey, do I
As long as the
sound
Bills aren't in your top 10, I'm cool.
do I sound any better?
you still sound low.
I'll work with it. We lucky we tolerate you.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. What the heck is going
Let me see. Hold on, Milton,
Yo.
talk to me.
Yes.
Okay, I got you better now,
Hey, yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, better.
dude. I went to your settings for you. I adjusted your mic volume. Your mic volume was down to 19.
It stayed like that. Hold on. All right, cool. Let me go to
I,
that.
I changed it. I changed it. I put it to 100. We're good. That's why I explained so much on the
Yep.
videos I was editing where you were so low. I was like, why is he down like a mute?
So I changed it. Remember when you said, "Oh, I was too loud"? So then because I didn't have the mic. When I was at
Mm,
so I changed it, but I thought it would just change automatically back. I guess not.
no.
Whatever.
All right, I already set you back. All right. So, anyways,
Cool, cool, cool.
Cody, is there any other topics from week 12 you want to talk about, bro?
From week 12, what happened that I saw was
Well,
crazy.
let me go back for the tape for everybody. Let me give results. So Texans obviously
Right on.
won Thursday Night Football with the Bills. The Bears survived the Steelers, the Aaron Rodgers Steelers.
Yeah.
The Patriots lose both their left tackle and their left guard, both rookies. Not for
Oh,
the season, but they struggled to beat the Bengals.
Yeah.
The Lions struggled to beat the Giants. My God, it took a Jameer Gibbs Hall of Fame kind of game for them to win that game.
Yes.
The Packers packed up
Yep.
the
there you
Vikings.
go, right there. JJ McCarthy sucks, right?
Let's talk
We
about it, guys. Let's talk
Yeah.
about it.
I
I made a hot take. Go ahead. Go say.
I look. I've been with everybody that said it's inconclusive grades. It's rookie season for him.
Yeah.
Dog, he's ass.
He is.
Yeah.
They fucked up.
It's tough because it's like you put almost anybody with Justin Jefferson and you got gold, and JJ McCarthy can't even get the ball to him.
Yeah.
And Jordan Addison didn't even have a touch yesterday. So it's like, damn, bro, like we are struggling to like now, Cody, you say they fucked up. I'm assuming you're talking about the Sam Darnold situation. But if we've seen Sam Darnold in the biggest games, the last two of the season last year, and even last week when they played the Rams, it's like, well, damn, did we want to pay him $50 million just to like choke against the big time? But at the same time, now you got a rookie. Thankfully, it's a rookie contract. That's like, damn, man, we're wasting Justin Jefferson's year like this.
You got to stop.
We're wasting the end of Aaron Jones like this.
Of course, I want Sam Darnold over JJ McCarthy right now.
Right. It's hindsight, right? I just think there's a crazy stat out there. I'm not a huge advocate for this, but EPA per play. Are y'all familiar?
Yes.
Okay, so somebody dug up 800 plus quarterbacks since 2000, 2001.
Oh, fuck.
And let's just give it my
the game is different from 2000 and 2025, bro.
The number's going to be off, so y'all give me some grace. If y'all find it, fine, cool. Let's just say the last number is 841. I don't know why that sounds familiar, but something like that. 841. That the worst EPA per play ever recorded is okay. Thank you, Brandon. All right, damn it, Brandon. Why did you ruin the whole thing? 852 is Jamarcus Russell, right? 851 is JJ McCarthy.
Oh,
I think the reason why I'm not a fan of it, it just puts it in perspective a little bit.
That's bad.
I'm not a fan of it just because I think we all have watched starting quarterbacks that have actually looked worse than JJ McCarthy. So I'm confused to see where that stat comes from. But nonetheless, Cody, to answer your question, right now it is early still, even though he does suck right now. It is early. But right now, if he gets better, whatever, I'll just say that I didn't have enough faith. I'm jumping off the bandwagon. All right? I'm jumping off the bandwagon just because even though I don't think he's the second worst of all time quarterback, a lot of the other quarterbacks that had struggles, Jared Goff when he was a rookie, a lot of other quarterbacks that had struggles had a reason. There was either a bad offensive line, a bad coach, no weapons.
Yeah, but none of them had the best.
Not here. No,
right.
Well, we don't got that here, do we?
Right. So that's the main problem. It's like you have the best wide receiver in the league. I don't care what anybody says. You have a good, not great tight end. You have a very solid number 2 wide receiver, and you got the freaking quarterback guru in Kevin O'Connell. The real, because he's just not ready. That can be the whole.
You have a B+ defense every year.
right now, I would say a B. The issue with
Okay.
the defense is a whole different story because everything is cool until, again, you look at the secondary. Look at the secondary. If Okuda is your starting corner, I said this earlier, but when they're way too early predictions. If Okuda's the starting corner, that's a problem. That is a problem. If he's a starting corner, that's going to be a problem eventually, and it is a problem. But
Yeah, Jeff Okuda is a great CFL cornerback. He ain't a great NFL
sure.
cornerback.
And if he's like your fifth option, great. He'll get the fifth guy for sure. But now you structured the GM. Honestly, should probably be fired at the end of the year. Sorry, because you structured a team that is to win now. That's why I had so much high hopes because the team was structured to win now, right? But now you have a quarterback that you don't know. He's not ready. I don't know if he'll ever be ready, but he's not ready right now.
Do you give him leeway though? Because he's been there since 2022. I would give the GM leeway because.
Oh no, not the GM. Because his drafts suck. Everything sucks, other than you getting older players to play for your team.
Would they give up again to get him?
They didn't trade up.
No, they didn't trade up. That was
he just fell to there. Yeah,
they just got JJ by default basically, but. He's not the one that drafts well. The GM before him is the one that drafted Darashaw, Justin Jefferson, all of those guys. He inherited that, and then started making nonsensical moves in a way. Not when I say nonsensical, it's just if you don't know how good your quarterback is, or you're not sure, or whatever the case may be, maybe you should draft a bit better. And he has not drafted well since he's been there. I'm not going to blame Kevin O'Connell because Kevin O'Connell's a freaking marvel. So I
forgot if this was draft day or when it happened. It might have been draft day. Actually, you know what? They did move up. Cody is right. They moved up.
I thought so. I knew I wasn't tripping.
They had the 11th pick and they moved up to 10, trading with the Jets. And they gave up the first, the 129th, and the 157
for JJ. For McCarthy.
To move up to JJ.
Okay.
So you know what? If you're really struggling to want to keep the GM, then go ahead, let him go. Problem is like, also it's tough to find a GM that you will trust that will coordinate with this coach because now he's the new guy in the building. The coach is the one with the seniority and stuff like that. Brandon, you're right. His name is JJ. What the fuck? Yeah, that's how I feel every time he throws the ball and it just goes over the head, under, short. It doesn't even hit the numbers, right? Like yesterday, CeeDee Lamb was talking shit to Dak because he was like, I want the ball more out. Stupid. It hit you in the chest. It hit your numbers. Like, you dropped it. So it's not the same thing.
I mean, he don't look just like Bryce Young.
Oh, you're talking about McCarthy?
McCarthy, yeah. He doesn't. He
looks
like Bryce
because he looks worse because Bryce looks more accurate. His
now 2 years in, but Bryce's first year, that's exactly what.
But McCarthy he's more deficient because he's short. How tall is JJ? JJ's not that short, is he?
The thing with JJ, he's
6'3".
Yeah. The thing with JJ has the arm to make almost any throw. Yet he holds the ball too long. He doesn't make the right decisions. All these things I think can be fixed. That's why I don't want to jump off. But right now, I got to jump off. I'm jumping off right now.
I'm jumping off, and I'm never looking back. I'm never looking back.
I'll
never look back, bro. Because look, KOC can save careers. But you know what, man? But you know what, Cody? As crazy as it sounds, there's some backups that have life still in them. Jameis Winston showed he still has life in him, right? And you can get him on the cheap.
Hey, is Jameis Winston not the most likable player in NFL history?
I don't think there's any.
He'd be the best locker room teammate. I would want him there all the time,
bro.
If Russ gets
not to be my starter, but to be my motivational speaker.
Russ is fine with getting benched. He's like, hey man, Jameis is the guy. All right, whatever. I don't care. Okay, I root for Jameis.
How about this? It obviously have to be done through trade. Can KLC do good with Mac Jones?
I don't know.
Yeah, Mac Jones would be nice there. Actually, Mac Jones, Justin Jefferson, fuck yeah.
JJ's not been good. I'm hesitant because there is a lot of things working against any quarterback that would be there. The offensive line, everything that they brought over in the offensive line, that starting unit has not started one game together.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I saw that.
the offensive line is a issue. Darius Shaw, he was getting beat this last game. Fair enough. I mean, he normally wins, but he was getting beat, and then he got out because it seems like he's still nursing an injury. School comes in, and then of course Rashawn Gary makes JJ McCarthy throw an interception. So it's a lot going on.
So let me do a little fun game. Let me do a little blind ranking. The next Minnesota Viking QB for 2026.
I don't want to give up on.
I want a blind rank. We're gonna give you 5 names, Cody. I'm gonna give you 5 names. You tell me your blind rankings where y'all would like if you think that they should be most likely the next option next year or the least option. Obviously, 5 would be the least option.
Minnesota only, right?
Minnesota only. Yes, only Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
So, first name up. This guy's been in trade talks, possible trade talks. Kyler Murray.
Well, it's blind ranking, so you have to rank it now.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with 4.
4 okay.
And do I go? Okay, I go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 5. I don't
5.
think Kyler.
At least you don't want him.
No, Kyler's not gonna be the worst quarterback most likely in this, but I don't think he fits KOC's.
He definitely don't.
No.
Okay. Bet. Okay. So we'll go with the name that I just mentioned right now, Jameis Winston.
Jameis would be he would be a higher level Josh Dobbs.
I'm gonna go with 3. I'm gonna go with 3 on Jameis.
With Jameis, I'm going 2.
Okay. 2. All right. So I'm assuming the same thing would be answer that y'all gave for kind of I gave Justin Fields. I won't give you Justin Fields.
Oh.
I'll give you all right. The return of the Kirk Cousins.
I like that.
He had his best year under KOC.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2 on that.
Real quick, just if you don't want to answer it, fine. Are these all the quarterbacks you're about to name? Are they going to be potential free agents this upcoming year, or are you
potential on the move? Potential on the move. Because like right now, Kyler's still locked to a contract
for information.
like Kyler's still locked on a contract for the next few years, but
I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, so with Kirk, just because at his latter age, I'm going to go 3. I'm not mad at.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it as Kirk Cousins 1 year best fit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm not mad at you. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Next name up. Potential.
Mm-hmm.
Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, 5. I'm so glad I had 5 open.
4.
See, that's why I wasn't doing that, bro. I don't give a fuck what you say. Give me Kyler Murray.
Right.
I just wanted to throw because I think New Orleans will draft a quarterback this
right, and he'll be on the move,
and he'll be on the move. Yeah.
And somebody will definitely take his contract. They'll trade for him and all that. So
all right, so I guess this leaves your number 1. It is Mac Jones.
That's mine. Yeah,
cool.
That.
I was surprised you didn't say Daniel Jones because
I thought he was.
That's where I was.
No.
Like, okay, he might.
I don't think Colts will let him walk out the building.
You don't think so? It depends how this season ends.
Really?
Yeah, it depends on how it ends, bro. If they end up in the division, fuck yeah, he's gone.
I don't think so because the primary reason was because they don't have an alternative. What is the alternative to Daniel Jones after this season? Going back to Anthony Richardson? Nah. Trying to find somebody in the free, trying to outbid somebody for Mac Jones?
Daniel Jones.
Huh?
How much are they paying Daniel Jones, and then how much are they paying Richardson?
I think this season they're not paying Daniel Jones much.
Daniel Jones ain't getting paid a lick right now. It's 1 year contract.
Like 10 million, not even?
Probably
14.
Like 14. Okay.
14.
Yeah.
Not getting paid nothing.
Yeah.
But to your Indianapolis Colts thing, I think Kyler Murray would actually be a fantastic fit.
No,
Shane Steichen loves a rushing quarterback.
And it never worked for him.
Well, it worked for Jalen Hurts. And
some people love McDonald's. Some people love McDonald's. Don't mean it's good for you.
All right.
He's not wrong, though. On that part. Go ahead.
One of my storylines is Chicago. I was hoping that Chi-Town was in the comments or still here, but
I'll
it's
send him an invite because I know he wants to hop on and say something.
Yeah,
I know
I'm cool with it.
he's on paternity leave. He needs to stay on it.
Is Chicago a real contender? That's my question.
no,
Well, no, what makes you say that, Cody?
because I just don't think in the playoffs it's gonna translate as well. Just every year there's like a team or two regular season blowout that just shows out in the regular season, but aka the Vikings last year. You know what I mean? It just to me the pieces aren't quite there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick. I'm gonna give Sway going to the comments. Alexander Down says, "Yes, man, they're watching us. Thank you for watching." Denver stream I was just watching put you guys as last as the threatening division winners. Talking about the Patriots, I assume. Alexander, I would love to hear who your team is for one. If it's Broncos, cool. I don't think we're the least intimidating division winner as far as the four teams because right now, with respect, Cody, I think whoever comes out the AFC South might be right now the leading candidate.
I actually disagree with that.
Bro, you don't want to see the Texans defense.
I don't want to see it, but I would rather see your offense than anyone else.
So
right? That's what I mean by that, Cody. Obviously, your defense I would not want to touch.
I think the AFC South, other than the Jags, because nobody wants to see the Houston Texans defense. And I think if the Colts do end up winning the division, that means they're going to win out or they're going to win a couple more games than the rest. And Cody, their rest of their schedule is difficult. So that's going to mean that they prove something.
I will say this, Milton. If with regarding to the Texans, Cody, you can disagree what you want. I would be New England or Denver would want to see you in their stadium in the super cold. That's it. That's the only way. Because I think your offense would be ass.
Not your
defense. Not your defense.
The cold never really has affected Houston. And as many games I can remember, we playing cold games, whatever. I don't remember it just being like something because Houston gets cold as fuck too. So
no. But I'm saying okay. I'm comparing this, Cody. I'm comparing to us being stuck in 100-degree weather for 8 months out of the 12 a year
I feel what you're saying.
Versus playing in like almost 0 to negative degree weather. That's what I mean. Because at that point, right, you would agree we would want to see the run game more often. Your run game is without Joe Mixon being healthy is kind of like,
I feel you I feel you it would slow down the offense. The cold always affects a quarterback a lot, and things like that. But unfortunately, that's not what we lean on. And the cold ain't, if anything, gonna help the defense. Defense is a harder hit in the cold. You know?
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The defense is I'm not worried about the defense. I'm talking about your offense just in general. Alexander says no. As far as Bears being contenders, they're champions of circumstance. I agree with that.
I 100% agree with that.
He is a fan of
the Pats, then, right?
I'm sorry.
Say it again.
Y'all agree, kind of the same with the Pats.
The Pats
in the same boat a little bit.
Well, he's an Eagles fan, so shout out to you. You won the Super Bowl last year, Alexander. Here's what I'll say, Cody, because I get the narrative that we have an easy schedule, right? We're circumstantially,
sure.
But what would be people saying if we weren't even winning as much as we were? Hell, you know what? We are a fraudulent what's up, Alex? We are a fraudulent 9-2 team. You're right. Or 10-2 team.
10-2. Yeah.
If we had beaten the Raiders and the Steelers but lost to the Bills and Bucks.
That's
when I say y'all are right. We're a fraudulent 10-2 team with an easy schedule because we beat the easy teams and losing to the tougher teams.
But as you see, your team and my team are basically the exact kryptonite for the Bills, so I'm not really taking that much value into that. All you need is to be able to run the fucking ball and just actually you don't even need to be able to run the ball. You just got to actually hand it off to the running back, and then you beat the Bills. And then as far as the Bucks, yeah, that was a great win. So I do value that win.
Well, but if you remember, I mean, yes, Drake May didn't score with his arm, right? But he was making fantastic plays with his arm. We were scoring with the legs, and it does help that Josh Allen kept throwing at least through 2 picks that day or
if
whatever
Matthew
it was.
Stafford got injured today, Drake May is the MVP.
I'm not, and that's what I'm saying. Like because of the easy schedule. That's why I give Stafford the lead as far as MVP. I've never put May up as the number one. Never said he was. I had JT up there, but now JT's had a few stinkers, and it's tougher for him to win the freaking MVP. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I can't really put that. I do feel we are a threat in the playoffs because of the
Your
coaching.
defense.
Mainly the coaching. I think coaching wins you a lot more than people think.
Yep.
And the defense is obviously good. It's not the greatest. It's not our best defense we've ever had.
No.
Right.
But I do think we're more contenders than we are pretenders now. I know Alex disagrees, and that's okay. Alex, talk to me about your Chicago Bears. We were just actually about to transition to them about are they champions of circumstance? Thank you for that, Alex. That was a great one, by the way. That was a great
Yeah, it was good.
comment.
Go off, Queen.
So people are downplaying because of their schedule, or
No,
No,
we were
just
just transitioning to them. Go ahead, Milton. Is your question?
No, so with Chicago, the reason why I like posed the question initially is because when you look at Chicago, like just this last game, if you just look at the box score, I know you watched the game, Chi-Town.
yeah,
So if you just look at the box score, Caleb had a great game. If you watched
Yeah.
it, he had a terrible fumble. He should have had 2 picks. You know what I mean? I can't think of the guy we just let go. What's his name? Sorry.
Kyle Duggar.
Yeah, Duggar had it in his hands. He just dropped it. That's still a pick, but he dropped it. You know what I mean? So, with all that being said, when Chicago has you beat who's in front of you, and I agree with that, and I respect it. They're barely beating some of these teams. They're sometimes coming from behind to kind of steal the game, and they still haven't really had that win. They lost to the Ravens. They lose to Detroit. They got smacked by Detroit. That's why I'm posing the question: are they contenders or are they pretenders? Because me and Jose, we had them in the playoffs. I had them winning 10, 11 games. So
Jalen even had to win the division.
Right. I think
That was
highly of
crazy,
y'all.
but I thought-
But just the way y'all are playing, y'all are winning the games, which is good for Ben Johnson, good for Caleb, good for your future. I just think this year, I think the question is reasonable. Are you contenders or pretenders? And how would you answer that?
I don't think they're contending for Super Bowls this year.
No,
But
let's say a playoff win. Let's say a playoff win.
Yeah, Chicago is a team that you don't want to play in Chicago in that kind of weather, especially the way their defense is playing. I know some people, like you said, box scores don't really tell the the whole story unless you really watch the game.
Right.
The Bears basically gave them 7 points off the bat with that Caleb Williams fumble.
Yeah.
And people are saying, "Oh, they're giving up a lot of yards." Yeah, but one thing that you can never take away is like the amount of takeaways that they have is coming in bunches, and
yeah,
they
Brandon
are
brought it up in the comments right now. He says, "How are the 3 top NFL leaders in interceptions all Bears?"
Yep.
yeah, and that's because Wright, one of their cornerbacks,
Yeah.
is there for default because of default. I mean, you have no Jalen Johnson, Stevenson got hurt, Kyle Gordon's only played 1 game,
And isn't that crazy?
and
the
then
heck
the
is this
Bears,
guy?
and then the Bears whole starting linebackers were out for the whole game
Yeah.
Hippolyte, the rookie they picked up in the draft, gets hurt like in the first quarter or whatever. So now the Bears are on their 5th, 6th, and 7th strength linebacker. So yeah, the way they're winning games is crazy, and people don't like it. But I tell you one thing, Chicago, if you put that same team last year, you can even look at the games they did last year. Same type of games, right? Or they're nail biters and they lose them. Same thing this year, nail biter games, but they're winning.
Right.
And
I
I
agree.
think that's comes to coaching and
Yep.
the players buying into what they're being told. The offense is a lot different than last year, and like I said, they for sure could be a team in the playoffs, and I don't think Green Bay is better than Chicago this year.
So
Detroit might makes like, yes, the first game was bad, but if you really like look at it and like if you really watch the game, It was a one-score game. I think into the second quarter, Jalen Johnson gets hurt, and I think Kyler Gordon was missing too. And then
100%.
TJ Edward. I'm not trying to make excuses, but if
I
you
hear
look at if you look at the game, that's the first game that they were missing players, and then after that, you see their defense starting to click after they're getting more reps at
Right.
that position.
Right.
So, I think they can make some noise in the playoffs. I don't think they're Super
So
Bowl contenders.
so that I guess that's all. Yeah, I was gonna go with right now because I know Milton was like, are they contenders to win a game? I think we do need to separate who is contender and pretenders as far as who do you see as the final four teams. You know, if you see them in the conference championship game,
Right.
if you don't see the Bears in there, then they're pretenders, and that's fine. That's not a big deal because this is the first year with Ben Johnson, and we knew that it's going to be a progress moving up. Now you're right, Alex. I completely agree. I think they're a scrappy team you don't want to see in the first round. Because honestly, in the NFC, it's the Rams and the Eagles that have the most confidence, and then everyone else is just kind of there. I know the Seahawks feel good about their win last night with the Titans and whatever, yada yada yada, but that they still need a lot of proof with Sam Darnold and such like that.
Right.
The Eagles, they have championship pedigree at this point. The only thing that's holding them back is fucking Patullo and Jalen Hurts. Which, by the way, yesterday's game started great. I don't know what the hell happened. The coin flip. Maybe you're right, Cody. Maybe there was a conspiracy about the first home game with after Nealon's passing. Quién sabe? Right.
No,
That's what
Dallas whooped them.
That's crazy, man. It's so
Dallas
crazy
whooped them.
how they played.
And then what was it? I know Milton earlier before the season. He said, "You know what? Colts might win this division because Jim Irsay did pass."
Hey, remember, Cody, you called it out because I was using a fallacious argument, but hey, hey it makes sense, right? Whatever. It is what it is. But real quick on Chicago, I think we'll really learn a lot from them. Even if they lose a couple games, who cares? I mean, they got 8 wins right now. On the next couple games, you got Philly, Green Bay, Cleveland, Green Bay, San Fran, Detroit. We're gonna learn a lot about
that's the gauntlet.
Chicago. Yep, we're gonna learn a lot.
And Alex, if you remember, before the season started, we were talking about like we think they can go through the gauntlet, like legitimately
so.
they can.
Yeah, possibly
They can split with the Packers. They can upset the Niners, and then I think they could beat the Lions. The Eagles game, I did not give him. But at this point, I just don't know what Eagles is going to show up this week. That's going to be, and if the Eagles allow the Bears to keep it close, it's anyone's game.
The one thing that's probably going to come away from it is that the Bears lose. See, they can't beat good teams. The Bears win. Well, the Eagles are frauds anyways, so it's
a Black Friday game too. I forgot about the Black Friday game.
It's a great game. It's a fantastic game. No matter how you shake it, anybody that dislikes Chicago or Caleb or whatever the case may be is always going to say that. So who really cares about that?
Yeah,
it all comes down to how do y'all play the game. That's it. Yeah. That's really it. How does Caleb play? How does the offensive line play? How does the defense play in those scenarios against these teams? Not win or loss. You can lose a couple of these games and still be good as far as playoffs wise. So it's just it depends on how you guys play. Defensively, their defense gives up a good amount of yards every now and again, but like you said, I think y'all lead the league in takeaways. So you can't fake that.
No, the one thing is you want to steal possessions. Typically, if you're a defender or you're a defensive coach, you want to steal possessions, as many possessions as you can, and set up your offense in good positions to score. It don't matter if it's a field goal or a touchdown. I mean, you just want to get good field position. So
yeah. So Alexander had thoughts. He said it's a confident year for Chicago. I'd say they can beat the Packers. I'll call it. They beat the Seahawks at home if it comes to it. Talking about I think the playoffs there. So
yeah, close one.
And then he says Alex made a great point there. Winning the games he lost the year before is literally how Detroit transformed. That's true. Because that turnaround year they started out 1-8 or 1-7, and then they turned it around to finish 9-8. Ending Rodgers' run in Green Bay. Was I too tough on the Bears? Jeez. And he says because he isn't an Eagles fan, Patullo is a terrorist.
Oh, he is. Report him. Gosh, that guy sucks.
Eagles defense versus Bears offense is a true matchup on Friday.
100%.
You know what I'm more interested in seeing is that Nicole. I was really
You hated Nakobe Dean.
I hated ever
Hey,
since he was in Georgia.
I'm with
He
you.
was I hated the way he played
Yeah.
in Georgia, and like it was taking him a while to even see action on the field. I mean,
He was in the
but
hospital
like
bed most of the time.
well, that and then like he was behind Edwards and all them TJ, so it was hard to get for him to like get some playing time. But um, he's come a long way. I'm interested in how he's gonna play this Friday and lining up with against like Swift and then blitzing in the A and B gap. So we'll see. He's been pretty good, man. I like the way he blitzes.
Yeah. Yeah, Alexander. Yeah, if you ever watch a Puro Pinche Sports episode from the last 3 years, Alex was the professor was really tough on Nakobe Dean, calling him
Rightfully
a
so, though.
bum. And to
Rightfully
be fair,
so.
I feel like when he was on the field, when he was healthy enough to be on the field, he did make some plays. But my God, was he in the blue tent way too damn much?
Yeah.
I mean, the man is almost setting a record for IR visits.
He's been playing well, though.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Do we have any other stories coming out from this past week that we want to discuss, guys? By the way, if you were not watching, Niners beat the Panthers.
I don't know about y'all. I kind of said it in the group chat, but I've seen enough, man. The Rams are going to the Super Bowl, and it's not even up for debate. The Eagles aren't stopping them, bro. The Buccaneers aren't stopping them.
My reply to you was whoever comes out the NFC is winning the Super Bowl this year.
Oh yeah, but I'm
There's
letting
there's
you know.
no oh yeah, for sure. And there's no team in the AFC right now that looks good enough to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. No.
Oh, do Chiefs miss the playoffs?
No.
I hope so.
Well, right. We get fingers crossed because the Patriots would never back in the day with Tom Brady.
Here's what I told my wife yesterday. I want the Chiefs in the first round. Give me the Chiefs because I don't want to hear this narrative like, well, if we were in the playoffs, you wouldn't have beaten us. No, I want a freaking slice to throw to the king. And right now it's Mahomes and the Chiefs. So I'd rather see them and put that butt whooping to them.
I'd rather see the Jags. I'd rather see the Jags or Houston in the playoffs.
Hey, nobody wants to see the Jags.
Jags
Trevor's trying to give the game away.
Jags ain't gonna make it, brother. Just watch.
I know they're not.
Unfortunately.
Brandon's asking, who's worse, Eagles OC or Texans OC? It's the Eagles OC. No, it's Eagles OC.
I agree.
He took the number one offense and made them to the bottom teens, early 20s. Like you can't do that. Like you just with the Super Bowl champions, you cannot do that. Now Texans OC, it's his first year. They fired the last one. They're gonna fire this one too.
D'Amico's I think more on the offensive side this year now. He gave his play call.
Not this year, just the last game. That was his first game doing that.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what they're saying that he's gonna be more involved in the offense.
Gotta babysit the bro.
That's crazy.
Okay, I got a week 12
Why the fuck is a defensive specialist coming to offense if you don't need to be babysit?
Well, I'm with
you.
Go ahead.
I have a week 12 story.
Mm-hmm.
Are we in Shedeur Sanders' time?
Fuck yeah.
What does that mean?
Fucking time. Are you serious?
No, but what does that mean? That's my question. What does that mean?
He got his first start.
Yes.
They clobbered the Raiders.
First time since
and
the 70s.
Now they declared that he will start again next week.
Right on.
Is it his time now to prove that this is his squad?
Oh, of course.
Move over, Kevin Stefanski. It's my time.
I agree. Yeah, for sure. To answer that question, because there are some people that just are unreasonable. He had that game. I saw people saying a bunch of just nonsensical things like, oh, yeah, this is why they were trying to hold him back. He had a good game. He didn't have a great game. He made some bad plays. But the positive is he didn't do the stupid sack stuff that he always does. But also, guess what? He went against the Raiders. Not to be a hater. Let's just see it again. But to answer that, yes, this is his time now to show. that he is the
But it's
starting
better
quarterback.
than Dylan Gabriel or whatever the fuck.
100%. I agree with that. I agree with that.
I need to go into this game. This was actually gonna be a more Quinshon Judkins game than it was Shador.
Yes.
I think I had recorded like a pick'em video, but then I decided to delete it because I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to sound stupid. But I literally said I felt like it's gonna be a Quinshon Judkins game, and you saw it. They put a fucking Wildcat schemes for him to fucking run it, and he ran it in.
Hey, so we should though now we can officially say we sorry Shador. Only Cam Ward should have been drafted above you. I don't know why.
No, Jackson Dart. You don't
Jackson
like Jackson
Dart.
Dart?
No,
Jackson
y'all
Dart.
still think okay? Jackson Dart's cool. He turned out cool. Okay, but let's be honest. Before that shit happened, y'all didn't know who the fuck a Dart was.
No,
you
of
know
course.
did.
But Dodge Dart, but not Jackson.
I forfeit saying that I don't know that much shit about college football.
Of course,
I leave it to Alex to educate me, and then Todd McShay and all those other bums too.
Hey,
But
I told us that Dart was gonna be good.
But I'm not. No, what I said was Shador fell threw himself off to. He should not have been behind Dylan Gabriel. That's the only mistake that was made. He should have never
And the dude on the Saints and that other.
Oh yeah, Tyler Shark. Yeah. He was at least at worst the third. He should have been the third quarterback coming out of there. Right. It should have been at least the third. He
could have got drafted in
because we knew Dart was going to go in the first round because somebody was going to move up for him. We've heard enough rumors that Dart was going to be moving up, but Shador at minimum third. It was crazy that he went to day 3 to round number 5, and it took a little concussion for Dylan Gabriel to say, okay, now we give it to Shador. The fact is Kevin Stefanski has an agenda as far because Cody, you might say we need to apologize or all that stuff. Kevin Stefanski is going to make sure Shador fails.
Yeah,
and we will not have to apologize.
I don't think so. What
yes, he will. This is the same guy that chased Baker Mayfield away. Look at what Baker has done for the freaking Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I wouldn't say he chased Baker.
Okay, hold on. This is great. This is great because Milton has a big bias for Kevin Stefanski. But truthfully, let's be honest.
I like Stefanski. He's a good coach, but he's got this stupid ego trip where he does not want the QB to be the head of the conversation. He doesn't want the QB to get all the glory for it, bro. And you know what? I know people were like saying after the interview that Shador made after the game. Later, Cody.
Later, bro.
After the game, where he was like, kind of like, "Well, now you see, if you give me the whole damn preseason, you see me the whole team, you know, all this other stuff." It's like I'm glad he's keeping at least he's still staying the same because
that's cool.
I don't see the fake, but Stefanski's not gonna let him succeed, bro. I don't think Stefanski's gonna let him succeed. He didn't want him.
Well, yeah, that latter I agree, but he's going to let him succeed as long as this team is winning. He's going to allow that to happen. He wants to win as a head coach. I hear
it in the field, bro. I'm just saying. Like,
I don't put that on. I don't put that all on Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski. You can't. That's not a fact. Kevin Stefanski wanted Baker out. He didn't like Baker. That's not a fact. The whole organization ruined Baker. I wouldn't say Kevin Stefanski did. He had a good year under Kevin Stefanski. I just disagree with that. I don't think he had it out for Baker, and I don't think he has it out for Shador. He just wants Shador to prove it continuously. One game doesn't prove anything against the Raiders. It proves absolutely nothing.
No one should have picked the Raiders to win that game. No one should have.
Yeah,
if you looked at the Raiders, Raiders this season, other than their spectacular win on week 1 against a true AFC contender, you don't trust this damn Raiders team.
Yeah.
Alex, share your thoughts on Shador. Share your thoughts on Kevin Stefanski. Is that relationship going to work in Cleveland?
I don't think so. Only because where they drafted him, I feel like Stefanski's just trying to get by. Honestly, I don't think that there's no quarterback in that draft in that locker room right now that is going to be the lead charge of that franchise. To say that Shador's arrived already, it's kind of super early against the Raiders. What did it say?
I think it was when I was asking about, or Cody asked about apology. It's his time to hold an L. Alexander, tell me in the comments what you mean.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
I don't think he's good, but it's wrong. I think he's about Shador, so that's why I put it up there.
I don't. Yeah, I think Stefanski is kind of like
That's not my guy.
messing up his career because like it's not good to, even though you do think that Shador probably gives you a better chance because of his athletic ability to scramble out of the pocket. Not just say Gabriel can't, but I mean Shador is a lot more athletic, and he did that most of his career in college is make plays out of nothing. And
Right.
Gabriel in Oregon, if you really watch his tape, he had a really good team, so he didn't have to scramble a lot. He really just sat there in the pocket and just uh let it go. So yeah, Shador right now should be the starting quarterback in the future, but I don't think that's going to be the case here because of
It's not gonna work with Stefanski.
no, it's not.
That's
Uh,
all, I'm telling you, Monte, it's not. It's not obscurity, bro. Baker literally took them to the playoffs for the first time in decades,
Right.
and
then what
it's like you don't. And then you trade for Deshaun Massage Watson.
No, but then what happened? Like what that's let's stay on Baker. Then Baker decided to play on injury and started playing like poop.
But you're also the head coach. You can sit him.
I got you. But that could be from a higher up. He's just the head. He's not Bill Belichick. He's
Yeah.
not head coach GM. We don't know. I'm not saying you're 100% wrong, but I'm definitely not saying I don't know how you think you're right because that's not that's not out.
I think the reason I believe that fully because Baker's been asked questions and he's always given like the like you know like he
Right,
kind of
right, right.
he insinuates Stefanski had it in
I wouldn't
for
say
him.
Stefanski, the Browns. When you ask him about the Browns, he has that. Not I don't put the Browns all on the head coach.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
because he
just
did
that.
he did have
They
some
did him.
words about like
They did him
about the
dirty.
owner
I'm not,
leaking.
I 100% agree, but I'm not saying Stefanski did him dirty. The Browns
I guess I'm
organization.
putting Stefanski because at the end of the day, like now we know the conflict that came into this draft. Stefanski didn't want to draft Shador. The owner did. The GM didn't want to draft. You know, so like,
Right.
so now when it comes to if Shador fails, like he's pushed out of Cleveland, we're gonna probably say it's because of Stefanski, not necessarily the owner or the Browns itself. Because
Or you could also say, Jose, it's because of the owner. They did that themselves, knowing that the coach didn't want them there.
Yeah,
You know, they
that's a
they
weird.
they
Yeah,
they,
well, I mean, Shador did it to himself too, right? Because he could have been drafted to the Ravens, but he didn't want to play backup.
well,
which is funny. It's all gonna be up to Shador through all of this. If Shador balls out, and let's say they don't lose another game throughout this entire year, because the defense is serious. Okay, the offense isn't great, but they got two good running backs, young running backs. The offensive line's not terrible; it's not great either. If they win out or lose one game, and it's all Shador, and Shador has, let's say, a Caleb Williams couple game-winning drive, fourth quarter comebacks, whatever, what may have you. I guarantee you he's going to be the starting quarterback next year. It's not that deep for Stefanski. Stefanski does not hate Shador.
Hey, I bet you if he has at least a decent moderate game, but they still lose to San Fran next week, I see Gabriel back in the lineup.
That's okay. We'll see.
I would prefer
I'll
to
give you
watch Shador versus Cam in 2 weeks, but I have a feeling that Gabriel might end up being back as QB1.
I think he already.
And I think the team is fucking fighting for Shador
I think you're right on that
because
part.
the players love Shador.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
players love him.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, let's get into top 10, dude. Come on.
All right,
Unless y'all got another storyline. Sorry.
Alex, you have another storyline? Oh wait, Alex,
No.
give your Philly rant. I don't know you want to do it.
No, I just don't get how I'm not because you're not in our text thread, Milton, and it's crazy because like there's Cowboy fans, and I don't really think they're Cowboy fans. They hate Dak. I think Dak had a great game.
To be fair, James and Jeff have both said they have forfeited their fandoms, but they'll be all but Jeff will be the most critical of the whole thing.
That's so weird. That's so weird, man.
We were called the Brokeback Cowboy fans because we were defending Dak yesterday, and I was like, well, I don't have to be a fan to defend good play. I will shit on him. I will shit on him whenever he's asked.
Right.
I'll shit on everybody. Like I don't give a fuck. Like
I never. There's so many Cowboy fans. Chi-Town. Yeah, I agree. That do
the
that.
people who hate the Dallas Cowboys
So
the most are Dallas Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
But they talk about Oh yeah, I mean,
You don't talk about the
Dak's not our
legacy
quarterback.
like they're the best all time. Like Jeff and James will vouch that Tony Romo is the greatest of all time, and
And
he did
Dak's
nothing.
right,
But they weren't saying that shit when they were 8.
right.
Yeah.
I
So
don't.
the one thing I want to say real quick before we do go to the top 10 about the Cowboys, I really do think their defense is getting better.
It is.
Uh,
I
Quentin
agree.
Williams helps.
Yeah,
and yeah, up the middle, it's starting to get good.
they're stopping the run. Yeah,
Yeah, Overshaw's coming back to play,
right.
and they do need another. I think they need a Mike.
Oh yeah,
Sanborn is okay. He's decent, but I don't. And he's not going to be your linebacker of the future, obviously. But
Yeah.
they do need another Mike, and I think they could. Dude, I don't know. They have the number one offense, so
yeah. Shout out to Pickens. Everybody just called him a nutcase.
And everyone, and if you've seen comments of me saying, because I went to the TikTok channel of Alex's favorite podcaster, Joel Moran, for the Pick a Side podcast, and he was trying to defend how the Packers still have a shot to come out the NFC, just because of how they looked against the Cowboys and how the Eagles looked against the Cowboys, right? And I just made a comment saying, "Are you coping for them only putting up 7 points against Philly in Lambeau?"
Right,
and everyone was coming at me about like, "Oh well, the Eagles couldn't beat a bottom 5 defense." I'm like, if you've looked at this defense since the acquisition of Quentin Williams, I know it's only 2 weeks, but they're a lot better defense now than they were
100%.
the rest of the season. It's not the same bottom 5 defense. So,
Agreed.
And I don't like the Cowboys. I should have shown to everybody my hate for them, but it's like you got to understand, like they're not the same team. Like if Quentin Williams was there that day against the Packers probably don't put up 40, and even then, you still let 40 happen on you and you're one of the better defenses. So it's not really a fair comparison and whatnot. By the way, guys, it's funny. The New York Giants are the first team eliminated out of the season.
Yeah.
And they have more wins than the Tennessee Titans. They're still not eliminated.
Yeah. Well, AFC South is still.
That's how bad the AFC is right now. It's
right.
The wild cards are up for grabs still.
Interesting.
So it's funny. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Very interesting.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, as we do weekly here on the Puro Pinche Sports channel, and as we do on the People's Debate channel, we share our power rankings. Now, the average Joe's top 5 power rankings is usually what Milton does on his channel, the People's Debate. But because I told him I will be doing a top 10 as I normally do the last month or so, he has decided to also create a top 10 list as well. Yep. Alex, you have no top 10 list because I didn't ask you to do it because I didn't even want you here today. I wanted your opportunity to take care of your girl post-surgery, 24 hours per surgery. We just released our nephew back to your custody, sir. So that's why I wanted you to stay home and take care of him.
Everybody's knocked out. I've been in the hospital for 2 days. I haven't had no physical therapy on my leg, and I literally just got out the sauna right now. So,
by the way, your son is a snitch.
I know.
Just
he is.
He's a great kid.
He's a good kid.
He's a good kid.
I love it.
When he sleeps, though, he fucking shapes himself like the number 7. Good Lord, have mercy.
That's funny.
So, all right, guys, we are entering our Week 13 power rankings, top 10. Alex, we will share our top 10, each of us, and then you can go ahead and critique us or where we have them. Milton, I will let you start it off. What is your top 10 teams of Week 13?
All right. So, depends on the criteria, but yeah, if you watch the People's Debate, you kind of get my criteria, and I can defend my list. So, here we go. At number 10, funny enough, and this is where it's already going to be a little blasphemous, fellas. At number 10, I have the Baltimore Ravens. At number 10. At number 9, I have the Chicago Bears. You would think they would be higher. I have reserves. That's all. Number 8, I have the Detroit Lions. Number 7, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. At number 6, I have the Green Bay Packers. At number 5, I have the Indianapolis Colts. Number 4, I have the Denver Broncos. Number 3, the New England Patriots. Number 2, the Seattle Seahawks. And number 1, the Rams. Rams easily number 1.
All right, we will get into questions about it afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, my top 10.
Mhm.
I will give you at number 10, the 6-5 Baltimore Ravens. They're on a 5-game win streak. I'm sorry, Cody, your Houston Texans did not make the list. Number 9, the San Francisco 49ers. They just won another game today. The first 2-win streak in a minute. So I think I'm all season, to be honest. But they are now 8-4, I believe. So I'll give them that, or 7-4. Number 8, the Green Bay Packers. They move up 2 spots. I believe I had them at 9 last week. Certain teams fell, like the Bills, the fraudulent Bills. Staying at number 7 is the Chicago Bears, 8-3 Bears. At number 6, I do have the Indianapolis Colts. At number 5, I have the Seattle Seahawks. At number 4, they stay at number 4, even with the loss, the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3, moving up because of circumstances of other teams losing, the Denver Broncos. They're coming off a bye. Number 2, the New England Patriots. And at number 1, the Los Angeles Rams.
Interesting. Okay. Very interesting list.
Alex, do you have any critiques before me and Milton go at each other?
No, I mean, I do think the Patriots are a better team than Seattle right now. I think Milton had, I really do. I just think that Seattle still has more to prove to me. If I could really put them in one of those top teams. Obviously, they started off really good. I mean, I think towards the end of the year now they're gonna play, I think, more divisional games if I'm not wrong. I think they got 49ers coming up. They just got spanked by the Rams.
Well, they didn't get spanked, but go ahead.
Well, it was
offensively, Darnold had a nightmare.
Yes, he had 4 interceptions. I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
They were all over him too. Like they didn't let him breathe.
Yeah. I got you.
I don't think anybody should have any pushback with Ravens being on the list. I told you, Jose, whenever the Bears lost to the fucking Ravens, I was like, oh my God, they just fucking kept them alive. I was like, don't be surprised if the Ravens go on a damn.
I waited until they were at least plus 500 and took back the division before putting them back in the top 10.
Right.
Because even when they lost that Bills game, I couldn't, like, we were doing the top 5 listings. I wasn't doing top 10 yet. I couldn't justify putting them in the top 5.
Yeah.
There are some people that were
right
just because of the high scoring, but I was like, that defense was atrocious. So
where'd you guys put the Bucks?
They're in on my list.
Okay. They're not on our list. They've lost 4 of the last 5.
Yeah, man, they're really lucky that the what's it called? The Panthers couldn't put it through today.
Right. That's going to get real tricky now, though, right? Because they play each other twice. That's going to get real tricky now. That's going to be fair.
I will say this: if obviously last night Baker got hurt, but we know what the Rams are. They're a different tier right now than the Bucks, sadly.
100%.
But when we're talking about even this fragile Bucks, the reason why I struggle saying we're going to see an AFC team win the Super Bowl this year is because they kept it real close with the Bills and the Patriots. It took superhero Josh Allen to be able to beat the Bucks, and it took, us keeping at least a nice arm's distance to be able to survive the Bucks in Tampa Bay. Now, obviously, those 2 teams did win nonetheless, but it's a whole lot different story if there's a Bucky Irvin, if there's a Mike Evans, and there's healthy defense.
Right.
If they were so much more healthier, we know what this Bucks team really is. But like, I can't justifiably put them in the top 10 because
even with the injuries,
4 of the last 5 is just inexcusable. And even the win against the Saints was like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then the Eagles take. I don't hate it either. I mean,
he's got him at 7. I got him at 4.
4 to 7. pretty.
Right, it's a good range.
It's
It's a good range. I mean,
yeah, like I didn't budge them even with the loss because
I-
this is a season where I've seen them play those top echelon teams and they've won. With the
right.
Seahawks, with what you were talking about, Alex, which is why you thought they were too high for Milton. I think you're okay with them at 5 for me. They haven't beaten that team just yet.
mhm.
They're about to go through a gauntlet themselves, like you mentioned. Now they do
Yeah.
have Minnesota and Atlanta next, and then it's Colts, then it's Rams, then it's Panthers, and then it's Niners to finish the season. So they will have their chance to prove it, to reevaluate. But that offensive scheme, like I said, Sam Darnold seeing ghosts, I can't justifiably put him in the top, 3 right now until he stops seeing ghosts. I need to see Sam Darnold change it up and validate why. Because right now he even with his play against top teams, he's validating why Minnesota moved off of him. You know what I mean? Like
I wouldn't. The one game, yes, but throughout the year, he hasn't had terrible. He had that one game when they lost to Tampa. It was a shootout,
yeah, I'm not
right?
holding that against him. Yeah,
Right.
no.
So I wouldn't. I would. You know
But
me.
but it was a late pick in that game because they
Sure.
were remember in that shootout, they were the ones that were taking advantage and having the lead. Then he threw a late pick, which is what allowed Tampa to come back
Right.
and win it. And of course, me and you are more forgiving to week 1 losses than most people are. I don't know. Alex always brings up Raiders beat the damn Patriots.
Get
I'm
over
more,
it.
but I can forgive the fact that Sam Darnold only threw for 150 and 120 of them went to JSN.
Right.
So I can forgive that. But
Same
at
thing
the
happened
same time,
last game.
at the same time, Milton, I need to see him overcome some of these top teams. Like they're about to get the Colts, which is
Right.
right. They're on a downhill though. They're on a slide. They're sliding down.
Ish.
Then
Right.
slight-ish.
Yeah.
But they need to try to at least compete well or beat them, and they can't look bad. And they really need to show themselves in this rematch against the Rams. The defense is amazing. That is not a question. The Seahawks defense is amazing. I think in all-purpose yards, they held the Rams to only 1 yard in the second quarter, which is fantastic work. But and that's Thursday night football game, I believe, too. So they have to show up. It's another primetime game. He has to show up in the situation for me to feel better about them, as far as compared to like the Broncos, the Patriots,
Right. So
and
that's
even the Eagles.
that's one of my main gripes. So one, Philly losing, but Seattle winning, and you still don't have Seattle over Philly. I get your argument because Philly has beaten good teams. I get that. So I'll just leave that alone. But Denver, you have the same questions. Both defenses are very good. Bo Nix, and I'm a Bo Lever. Everyone knows this.
I know you're a boner. It's okay.
Okay, all right. I don't like that one. But that same questions, right? Same exact questions.
But here's the thing too. I've been about it all year long. I love the defense. I hate the offense.
Right.
But the circumstances of like the Colts losing because they were a top 3 team last week that allowed Broncos to move up. I couldn't move the Eagles up in a loss. I moved the Broncos up. I gave them the 2 spots nod, and I just punished the Eagles by keeping them still and dropping the Colts out of the top 5.
So my question to you would be, how is Denver even ahead of Seattle with that
because at least this Denver team, because we're talking about team, not just a quarterback, right?
Right.
This Denver team went to Philly and beat them.
Okay. So
I think it's battery died.
sounds like it. But even with that, that's because then we could just start bringing up these other teams. Their offense, like forget the quarterback. You're right. It's not just a quarterback thing.
But when it comes to my argument, right now where I'm waiting for Seattle to get that big like win against a positive team, I can at least with Denver say they did that, right? And I'm not even using KC. I'm saying the Philly game. I'm specific. And if we want to go at it too, they went to visit Houston, that number 1 defense, and they beat them too. Now I know we're not talking about Houston being a top 10 team, but
I get your
but
point.
as far as facing 2 top defenses in the league, 2 teams that I have A or A plus, and the People's Debate channel, check that out, guys. Denver has those wins. It's not the prettiest wins, it's wins. And I don't need Sam Darnold. Um I don't need the Seahawks to have pretty wins. I just need them to have a win over those good teams.
But that's my whole thing. Seattle does have they scored more points on Houston than Denver. They beat Houston. They beat Jacksonville when Jacksonville was streaking and their defense was quote unquote, whoa, what a surprising defense. They beat both of those teams in a row. So I get like numbers wise, they didn't beat a Philadelphia Eagles team, but they are beating teams as far as specificity. Like that defense is specifically good. They beat that team. They beat that team twice. Denver, and if we just go overall offense, not quarterbacks, Seattle's offense is much more potent and more consistent, even though I hate the running back stuff that they got going on, but that's becoming more consistent than Denver. Denver is just all over the place.
I agree with you. I'm not disputing that, but I need to see the results. And at the end of the day, those results do matter. I Alex, I'll let you talk about it. How do you feel about that? Would you have Denver over Seattle right now from this season alone? Where would you have them if you had your own rankings?
Um, just by how Denver has been playing, and I think Denver. What's getting lost too is that um, they're 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 making. I know you guys are not really liking how Bo's playing, but he's making plays when it counts in the fourth quarter, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he has the most game-winning drives this year.
No,
Yeah, fourth quarter Bo
Um,
is not a
but
question mark.
he doesn't. He
But
doesn't though.
no,
but
game winning just no. Probably you're right now.
Caleb, I think Caleb has it.
Yeah.
but um, but yeah, I think I would have more confidence in the team, in the Broncos team more than Seattle, only because the way Denver does win their games when their defense isn't playing as good as like we look back at the Giants game, right? They gave up a lot of points. Um, their offense comes back in the fourth quarter and wins the game. When their offense is struggling, their defense makes a key stop in the fourth quarter to win games. I believe more in the team of Denver than I do with Seattle.
Okay, I can
I mean,
refute.
no.
I'm not going to refute it. I'll let you. I'll let it be. Go ahead.
I mean, like, as of right now, it's just like I said. It's right now. It's
Mhm.
you got here's the thing too, Milton. If you look at I'm also we you like to talk about consistency, right?
Right.
As far as last week, I had the Seahawks off my top five. A win over Tennessee
I get you.
did
I
not
got
put
you.
them
I get
did
that
not
part.
motivate me to put them
I
back
didn't.
up.
I didn't see that part. Fair enough. That's
Okay,
fair. That's fair. Okay.
so
I guess.
so there's that, and of course Broncos entered the top five last week with the win over KC. Uh, but again, that's not a team that I'm like, oh, this is why they should be a top three team because they beat KC. No, KC's given up has lost to five teams already, so that's not an argument.
Okay. All right.
But
Good.
oh, Cody missed it. Texans in y'all top 10 yet?
No.
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 Go ahead and beat the brakes off the Colts. I'll think about it.
Hey, those of you gotta beat the brakes. Just beat the Colts next week, and I'll guarantee you a spot. In
Oh,
top
they
10.
got the Colts next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Great
That's gonna
Indy.
be a great game.
Oh, what a
It'll be a
great game.
fantastic game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indianapolis. I'm getting if they are falling off a cliff.
No, neither of us have the Bills in the top 10.
No.
No,
No.
Cody, no.
Bills suck, dude.
If we were showing our 10 through 15 or 11 through 15, I'd have Houston over Buffalo. There's just no fucking way I can justify. Buffalo is Alex. I'm pretty sure you saw my videos and all this shit or how I feel about Buffalo this year. How are you feeling they're as fraudulent as I feel? I mean, it's Josh Allen and bust. That's it, right?
That's
Yeah. Uh, I mean, the past couple of years, I think it has been Josh Allen and bust, right? But
It's more
I think
obvious now.
yeah, it's extremely more obvious now. It's that Bills team is up and down, man, and I think they missed that window of actually trying to win a championship, and it's crazy because right now they have the biggest window because of how bad the Kansas City Chiefs are playing,
And
uh,
Baltimore.
and Baltimore, and they're missing out of their window, and yeah, they messed up, man. What a year not to. They picked the wrong year to have a bad year, so to say.
Is it?
Because
Is
right
it?
now they're
Josh has 10 touchdowns on the ground, on top of his 20 something on the air. Is it? Okay, how do y'all feel about the whole Keon Coleman situation?
I like it. I like what they're doing.
Yeah,
Is he done in Buffalo?
I wouldn't
I
say that.
he's a
I wouldn't.
young. He's young.
Yeah, he's young.
2 games though, 2 games that you really needed a wide receiver. I mean, I guess in the
I don't
Tampa
think
game
he's
not so
that.
much,
I don't think he's that. That's the issue.
but you don't
I don't
have
think
anything. Like you're like that's the tough
right.
part too,
That's
right? Like
true. That's true. I agree.
Buffalo fans are fucking reeling right now because they're watching fucking their former wide receivers doing at least some kind of work in fucking New England with Matt Collins and Stephon Diggs.
Right.
They're like, we couldn't have kept one of them. Like they're really asking that right now in
That's
Buffalo.
that's Buffalo's issue because that's where they went wrong. They thought they could just Band-Aid, bring Josh Palmer over, re-sign Khalil Shakir. Oh, we got 2 good tight ends. They thought, and they had the most, I guess you can say, durable offensive line in the last couple of years, and now that's starting to take a hit. They're starting to get hurt.
Yeah,
They're starting to get
they're getting
taxed up.
old. They're getting older.
That too.
That
So
team's
that's
getting
on
extremely
them.
old.
Well, that's
That's
what they
on,
had gotten rid of a bunch of the fucking defense, right? They've gotten a bunch of old guys, and
yeah.
I mean now they're
They're
desperate for them back or something.
it seemed like what they were doing was trying to build a team that can beat the Chiefs. And like Chi-Town said, guess what? What if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs? Now you can't beat any of these other teams, though. So what was the point of that? What was the point? So yeah, they're losing it, and it's making me feel so good. I love it.
They might be first round exits. They might be, but I don't even. They're not championship contenders. They're not
No,
in the AFC Championship.
no.
But of course, like I said, neither are the Chiefs. I don't feel like at this point. The Ravens, not at this point.
No.
Lamar's hurt too. Like I know we put him in the top 5, but not enough is being talked about. Lamar is really hurt right
I
now.
think he is. You see
And
how he's playing.
He's playing hurt as hell, and right now would be a time to capitalize in Houston against not Houston, against Baltimore in a wild card game, which I know the Chargers would have them right now if the season ended today.
No, Chargers ain't gonna be there either.
What a crazy lineup. So like looking at the wild card situation right now, Chargers at 5, Jags at 6, Buffalo at 7, Houston at 8, Steelers at 9, and Kansas City at 10. And it's like no one's confident in the Chargers and Jags being in the wild card still. Jim Harbaugh will be the only reason why the Chargers will be able to survive. To get Amari Hampton back next week, which is a good sign.
That's fair, right?
But not enough with the loss of the tackles.
I don't think so.
Are we? By the way, are we finally settling in that it's Pittsburgh's year to give Tomlin their first minus 500 season?
I still don't think so.
It'll
But
be
funny enough,
it'll be under Aaron Rodgers.
which will be so ill, man. The narratives.
We're gonna have to, if we're gonna have conversations about Russ not being a Hall of Famer, you know what? If Aaron Rodgers takes it away,
no, that's a good one. That's a triggering. He'll trigger the hell out of a lot of people saying that. Yeah.
Alex would agree instantly.
I've been saying this for years. Like, no, dude, it's still Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. You guys like how he dodged the smoke this week?
Yeah. The what?
You saw how he dodged the smoke this week against the Bears.
Okay. all right, Chi-Town. Yeah,
he's not wrong.
Well,
my wrist hurts. My non-throwing wrist.
He was flicking. Did you see that he was flicking off all the media, all the cameras following
all the Bears fans in the media? Yeah.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
Remember,
funny.
Texans have tiebreaker versus Baltimore in Jacksonville. I think Baltimore wins the division though, so that's not even going to be a factor.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. Good
as far as the Jacksonville one, for sure. I mean, now of course, it'd be crazy if Jacksonville and Houston go on don't lose again. That'd be the most one of the most lackluster freaking wild cards I've ever seen.
And then we're talking about how AFC South sucks and 3 of them are in the playoffs. God,
that Houston and Chiefs game is going to be really, really interesting.
I
Y'all
will say
remember?
I was telling you in the text thread. I was like, bro, because no, who was it? Someone was saying, uh, who, oh no, you said to Marco, it's like, don't you want Buffalo to win this game versus Houston more than anything? And Marco and me both said, I think KC needs to win over Texans more importantly than Buffalo losing any more games.
Well, the KC's in a fucking like between two two rocks right now. They have to hope a lot of teams lose, and the teams that they need to beat are coming on their schedule. Like they're playing against them, and that Houston game is crazy only because you remember whenever Patrick Mahomes before Patrick Mahomes was Patrick Mahomes was against Houston.
Mm.
His breakout game was against Houston,
Mm.
and now it's literally gonna be like,
Are you talking about that one where they started down 24-0 in the playoffs?
yeah, yeah.
Ah, oh yeah, I was at a where was I? At Chili's. That was wild.
I
People
was
were
at
pissed.
home and
People were pissed.
Marco came to visit and look, my wife won't like show her face on camera. She won't do anything like that. But once there's a game on, the Chiefs are losing. She will tell you in your face they fucking suck.
Ah, I
But of
love
course,
it.
the Chiefs turned it around right and won the game. But still,
Huh.
at the time, my wife was like up in Marco's face, which
Oh,
is
But
fine. They're cousins. It's fine.
but I'm like that. I say that because like that game is, CJ Stroud's gonna be back. CJ Stroud's literally gonna be playing already for his playoff life.
And if you ask Cody and any Houston Texans fan, they want so badly to get revenge on KC after last year's 2-game fiasco,
Yeah,
where they felt the refs really fucked them over
yeah.
yeah.
with
That's what I'm
certain
saying, bro.
penalties. So, if I'm a betting man, is that game in Houston or KC?
I think it's in KC.
Let me look. It's in KC. It's a Sunday
Yeah,
night football game.
yeah.
Oh man, I would not be surprised if Houston fucking tries to end Mahomes' career. Just
Don't
because like they're really pissed like from last year's shit. Now it's gonna take CJ and the offense to like make it worthwhile because if they keep it close, then I'm not betting against KC and Arrowhead like that.
How does that offensive line stop Spagnola? I don't see it. I just don't see it. I get it's an important game and it's probably going to be a good game. I don't see how they stop Chris Jones. I don't see how they stop the wild Spag blitz package. I don't see how they stop that.
I feel like Spags hasn't been himself this year, like as far as his coaching scheme and stuff like that.
Well, it's the players. He doesn't have the same players, I guess, but he still cooks it up every now and again. I think he'll do it against Houston. They're not really a threat to run the ball, and they're just gonna. CJ Stroud falls into the Caleb Williams. Caleb's been much better, but Caleb Williams, like as far as taking unnecessary sacks or going too deep into the pocket, something of that sort. Both of them fall into that's one of their negatives. And if he does that against Kansas City, well,
you
it's going
start
to be
seeing more screens in that game to stop the pass rush.
right.
Try to
That's
get
fair.
the ball in the core and the edges with your receivers. Bubble screens, tunnel screens, and halfback screens. Only just to stop the pass rush. I think that's how you would kind of slow down Spags is pass rush. Also, having a lot of motions to see what coverage they're in.
But do
If
you
they're in
see
man,
Houston doing that? That
I
OC,
I I could, man. I mean, it's all scheme, right? Once you go
right?
against Spags as defense, you see teams more do that. They wait to the last second to actually see what they're in, and they'll start motioning out there. I saw Daniel Jones do it. I think they got called for delay a game. I think, or they called a timeout or something like that because they were trying to see what they were in.
Hmm. Okay.
So
Well, it's going to be a very, very
Very.
interesting week. All right, guys. To close it out, let's give our week 13 predictions. Thanksgiving break is here, ladies and gentlemen. Alex will be no go for this year's Turkey Bowl, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm
Uh,
roughing
you're reffing? No, man. I know
early,
that's rough
early
for
morning.
you. I know that's rough for you because you love your Turkey Bowls. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, Week 13 NFL Pick'ems. Game 1 of the Week 13 matchups: Packers at Lions.
I got Detroit. They're gonna get this one back.
Alejandro.
Yes, I do see the Detroit Lions beating the Packers. Jordan Love will probably throw 3 interceptions in this game.
If the Lions win, this would be their first win against a good team this year. So sadly, I'm actually going to pick the Green Bay Packers. Lions actually don't have a good Thanksgiving record the last couple of years, I
They
think.
don't.
So
They
I'm going to go
suck
with the
on
Green Bay
Thanksgiving.
Packers on this one. All right, this is Marco's 2 favorite teams: the Kansas City Chiefs at the Dallas Cowboys.
I got the Chiefs. I do. I don't think they'll lose this one. It'll probably get pretty sweaty and interesting, but I got the Chiefs.
Alex.
I like sweaty. I like interesting. uh no, give me them boys. Give me the Cowboys. I don't think it's gonna happen only because Roger Goodell knows what he wants, and
I knew it. It
we
was
dude,
coming.
come on. We all know what it's gonna be shown on prime time. We're gonna see it, but I think the Cowboys could pull it off, and it'll be funny if the Cowboys do essentially could end
Oh,
the
it would be
Kansas
so funny.
City.
Oh, it would be hilarious.
It's
Yeah,
Casey's favorite -3 in this game.
Mhm.
Milton, me and you we gotta decide pick'ems at this point. We gotta figure out how that goes. I don't know if you have a time to make them right now. I don't know who's going first. I think it's me, but I'm not sure. I don't know what your criteria really is. But anyways, for my pick, well, I'm like +13 on it, I think. So my pick for this week is the same thing as the Lions. The Cowboys don't actually win much at Thanksgiving at home. Most of the fans go home sad that day. So actually, I'm going to go ahead with the Chiefs of this one.
Chiefs.
And the main event for Thanksgiving, it is the return of the Burrow, Joe Cool, Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens. Elton?
Baltimore. Baltimore and what -7? Yeah, Baltimore. Baltimore Ravens win.
Alex?
yeah, I got Baltimore. It's like that. You guys ever seen that show, Sister Sister?
Yeah.
Sister? Yes.
Yeah, where he's like, "Go home, Roger.
Yes.
Go
Yeah.
home, Joe Burrow."
All right.
Yeah, I mean, what's he? What's he? Honestly, why are you gonna play him? There's no need.
I think he wants to play too
I
at the
think
other
that
part.
and the fans, right?
Yeah, but dude, your health is more important. You gotta, turf toe. That shit
I,
hurts.
right. I don't think they'll play him if that's an issue, and I'm pretty sure Joe Burrow will tell them like if it'll be a deeper.
You think that's the more surprising thing? The fact that they want fucking Jaden Daniels back at practice this week is the fucking more ridiculous thing, in my opinion.
They're gonna ruin that boy's career.
Yeah, watch.
I'm actually gonna pick the Bengals to upset the Ravens this week.
I could see it. Just Joe Burrow
Because
coming back. Oh,
Joe could have played against New England this past week.
yeah, he chose not to. Right.
And they chose to sit him. They chose to trust Flacco, which I think was a mistake.
Yep.
T's out. Chase is back from Spitgate.
Back. Yep.
I'm so worried about Lamar, bro. That lower leg issue is getting worse and worse, and it's like it went from his knee to his calf, now it's his ankle, and we know calves lead fucking Achilles, bro. So I'm scared for Lamar.
Well, that's a good point. All right.
So I know the pass rush for freaking
Bengals ain't got no pass rush.
no pass rush, but they have shootouts, and I'm gonna go with the Bengals on this one.
Okay.
Upset. Friday night or Friday afternoon, actually. Chicago Bears at Philadelphia Eagles. All right, Milton.
Man, this is a tough one, dude. Because Chicago, correct me if I'm wrong, Chi-Town, y'all suck at stopping the run. Y'all create all these takeaways. I agree. Y'all have been hurt I 100% agree. But the Eagles can't freaking run the ball for some reason. Lane Johnson, I think, is out, right?
Yeah, he'll be out for a while.
Oh, that's going to be a problem. Okay, well, both are 8-3, so I can't even think about like, well, which one do I see losing?
They both have 4 wins when it comes to but Bears 4 wins away, 4 wins for Eagles at home.
Oh gosh, this sucks. Okay, I'm just going to go with the team that has beaten the better teams. I'm gonna go Philly.
Alejandro.
If we get at least 2 or one of our linebackers back, we could probably win this game. But yeah, the fucking Steelers were running the ball as soon as they went like to 12 personnel, which is
Yes.
kind of crazy. I thought Pittsburgh was gonna be in that most of the game, and they weren't.
Yeah.
They were whooping the shit out of them. I mean, um, man, it's tough.
Yeah, it
I
is. Tough decision.
I'm just trying to look at it as like,
Ugly football on Friday. Ugly
yeah,
football.
it is gonna be an ugly game, but it's Chicago, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Bears, bro. Of course, I'm gonna have to go with Chicago.
Okay.
I've
Uh,
been, I don't know. I mean, but like looking at it, like if I'm a fucking coach, uh, the obvious answer would be Philly, only because look, Chicago has a lot of damn injuries in their
Yeah,
fucking defense,
for sure.
and if you if you're a good coach, you see it and run the fucking ball, and yes, you could beat Chicago easily.
all right. I don't like it, but with the Bears being the team with the most takeaways, and Jalen Hurts being too trigger scared, afraid of throwing picks, right? That's why he hasn't thrown it as much or as well this year.
Right.
He doesn't want to get picked off.
Right.
If he's too worried about that, give me the Bears upset.
Okay. All right. I did not expect to be the lone wolf on this, and I don't feel comfortable being the lone wolf on this. But all right, here we are.
Also, short week. Saquon might get fat with a turkey. Ken sabe. We'll see.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's already playing like he's got my tummy on his waistband.
Saquon. Yeah, this year is. All y'all had him number 1 and all that, and I made the hot take at him number 4. I didn't expect this. I did not expect this.
I do still think it's a lot of it does have to do with Patullo. I don't think,
of course, I agree.
But still, nonetheless, yeah. All right, going to Sunday now. Niners at Browns.
I didn't get to see this Monday Night Football game. I really think I need to watch this game to see on who I want to pick here because
Brock Purdy had 3 picks in the first half.
Shut up.
I'm not lying.
Yep.
Really? Were they all his fault? Yep. Come on, Phil.
Yeah, no.
All of them?
He underthrew or overthrew. It was never like JC Horn had
I need to look back.
He was trying JC Horn? What a trip.
I need to really look at it.
Yeah, I got to watch it. So I'm not confident nonetheless in this because I didn't get to watch the game. That really saddened me. That made me sad.
Yeah, he had 1 touchdown with 3 picks with a QBR of 49.2.
49.2 for 3 picks isn't that bad.
Now,
should have been worse.
Now, this is how bad it was for Carolina. They had 3 picks and they could only put up 3 points with those 3 picks.
3 points.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it was only from the third. It was only from the third one, and they were in the red zone.
All these guys suck. Okay, I'm gonna go. This is probably the lowest over under. Am I right on that?
It's 40.5. It's not the lowest.
It's not the lowest.
Interesting.
Okay.
I think Shador changed it for them. The lowest for this week is Falcons at Jets.
Oh, fair enough. That should probably be high.
Tyrod Taylor.
That should be high scoring. Just watch.
Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. To answer your question, I got the Cleveland freaking Browns. Shedeur Sanders goes in there, has 1 interception. Brock Purdy has 2. He wins the game. Shout out to Shedeur.
Yeah, I'm actually going for the Browns too. I got the Browns upsetting them.
What kind of show is
Oh,
that?
Damn,
dude,
we're
I
fucked
told.
in the head because we're all picking the Browns with this one. Me too, bro.
Well,
Oh
Miles
no,
Garrett's breaking the record this year.
Miles. Yo, if Matthew Stafford for some reason starts playing not great, and all the quarterbacks continue playing how they're playing, Miles Garrett should get the MVP.
Yeah.
I swear to you, he should. But yeah, all of us got the Browns, which is freaking sickening. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The Shadur effect, huh? The Shadur effect. Respect. Who would have
mean,
known? Who would have known?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Does Alex, you want us? Are you ready for that Miles Garrett visit in a few weeks?
Oh man, I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah.
Hey,
Everybody is. Dude, this guy here. I don't know how he does it.
I can't wait for that Miles Garrett versus Buffalo game. Woo!
no, I don't. At this point right now, like
I know.
the people are not scared to play Cleveland.
No.
They're just scared for their offense to get on the field because they know they're gonna get sacked. Their quarterback's gonna get sacked.
Yeah.
Bro, if freaking Brock Purdy struggled with the Panthers tonight, oh my god, the defense from the Browns is gonna kill him.
Yeah.
I can't believe Brock Purdy went at J.C. Horn. That's throwing me off. Why would you do that? Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
Out of all the
All right. Now we're going to an AFC South game. Jacksonville Jaguars at Tennessee Titans.
Skip. Jags suck, but Trevor Lawrence is good enough to beat the freaking Titans. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Jags. Cam Ward's been playing pretty decent though. I mean, he's not terrible.
Yes. For what
He's
he
shown
has.
glimpses. He's shown glimpses that he could play good.
Okay.
Tennessee is 0-6 at home. This is a home game. You can get tickets as low as $11.
That's crazy.
This one will be close because Trevor Lawrence does not like to win big. But give me Jacksonville because I just can't trust Tennessee to do shit.
Mm-mm.
All right, and now the other AFC South matchup: the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts.
I have an agenda, so I'm going to stick with it. Indianapolis. They'll split with Houston, though. I got respect for Houston.
Alex,
You could stop if you stop the run, you most likely win the game. I think I like Houston beating the Colts.
if this wasn't Houston, I feel more confident in it, but I'm going to pick the Colts because they are undefeated at home this year. Can that change, obviously, with a divisional matchup? Sure, absolutely.
Of course.
I think the Colts need a get-right game. This will be an ugly get-right. But let the conversation go about TJ Stroud and Davis Mills. Give me the Colts.
Oh my god.
All right. The New Orleans Saints, who should have won last week. I don't know what the fuck happened. New Orleans Saints versus the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, give me Miami. Miami wins.
Yeah, I got Miami too. Have they been playing a little bit better?
They have been playing a little bit better.
3 of the last 4. They won 3 of the last 4.
And they're coming off of a bye. Could
Yeah.
be good or bad. I don't know, but I'm leaning towards good.
I need Jaden Waddle to keep doing good so that way I can win some fantasy matchups.
Likewise.
So,
great minds. Yeah.
So and Alvin Kamara is old and hurt. So
Man.
give me the Miami Dolphins. All right. The Atlanta Falcons visit the New York Jets.
The Jets defense has been playing feisty. I will give them respect. However, Atlanta, I think Kirk Cousins cooks the Jets. I got Kirko winning the game. Jets suck.
Alex, I don't like this game.
Oh, yeah. 30. Oh, you're right. 39.5. Wow.
Alex, are you still here? Damn internet.
You
Yeah.
saw the
whole
whole
thing
thing
change.
change. Right.
All right. Well, we'll get Alex's picks when he goes back. I will go ahead and for now, I will take the Falcons only because Tyrod Taylor's playing, and I think it's weird. I think they would be better off with Justin Fields to outrun this pass rush.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
But if they're not having him on the field, then Tyrod Taylor's going to throw some picks to this freaking bad Falcon secondary. And he'll get destroyed by the pass rush as well. So yeah, give me the Falcons. Go ahead, Alex, before you got cut off.
Oh, the Falcons and the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It should. I got the Falcons.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna have NFC matchup here. The Cardinals, Jacoby Brissett versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Baker still questionable.
I believe so. Let me double check his stats.
Real quick.
Who's their backup?
Teddy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Teddy. There we go.
It's a sprain in the left shoulder.
Hey, y'all talking about if he doesn't play, I want to keep that same energy.
It's a low grade sprain.
Which y'all were talking about Aaron Rodgers. It was the non-throwing hand. Same thing. Keep the same energy with Baker.
Oh, so you hate Baker? Okay.
No, don't do that. Don't do
I knew it.
Don't do
He
that.
hates Baker, Alex.
All right.
You
Okay.
got him.
All right. So Arizona, Tampa. I'm going to pretend that.
The Buccaneers are still favored, by the way.
Right. I'm going to pretend that Baker's not going to play because Teddy's decent.
Yeah.
Cardinals always find a way to lose.
And Bucky will be back this week. Finally.
Oh, Tampa Bay. Thanks for telling me that. Tampa Bay wins. Cardinals find ways to lose. I think this might be one of the games that get either. I think Chi-Town, you were on here when I said I don't like the OC for Arizona. This gets him or Gannon fired. Buccaneers win. Or at least looked at be fired.
I like. Give me Arizona. I like the narrative of that's what's gonna come of like the Bucks and the Panthers coming to the very end for the division.
It would be dope. I'm with you.
It'll be ugly. All right. Give me the Buccaneers because I still have my agenda to hopefully they make the NFC Championship at least. It's not looking good right now, but
yeah, too many injuries, man.
No, I'm not never letting go. I always believe Baker. I believe.
Okay.
Make that Blake MVP push, brother, please. You were doing so
good
the first 5 weeks.
You're doing so good. Yeah, no, it's not.
I was feeling good the first 5 weeks. I'm just saying.
Yeah, right on. I feel it.
All right. And the last game for the noon games, we're looking at Rams at Panthers.
I think. Yeah, the Rams.
I was gonna say
it's the Rams. I forgot what you just said happened. I gotta watch the game. Yeah, the Rams. I forgot what you just said. They scored 3 points. I was gonna say this could get tricky.
They scored 9. They scored 9 total, but in the 3 picks that they got, they only scored 3.
No touchdowns. Correct.
They had 1 touchdown pass. Congratulations, Bryce Young, and your 13.5 QBR.
13.5. See what I'm saying? That's crazy. Yeah, give me the freaking Rams, dude. Jared Verse, Byron Young.
Rico Dotto led in receptions with 36 yards.
Oh, good. That helped my fantasy. I got 3 fantasy leagues, won them all. Guess who I got? Gibbs. Killed it.
I have them in a chopped league, which, they're good for me there. Did I at least hit the medium in our league, Alex? Nope, I failed. Fuck it. All right. Alex, did you give your pick yet? Rams and Panthers?
Dude, the Rams are like, they're in a whole nother level right now. I hope they are. I hope they give Jordan Whittington some fucking touches, man. Whittington is a guy from Coral, Texas.
Oh, okay. I was like, why are you interested in a wide receiver guy? Okay.
What are you talking? He's a Texas legend, bro.
Hey, man, my bad, dude. I don't know college like that. My bad.
They might not have a threat to lose again.
College, high school.
I definitely don't know high school like that, man. My bad. Sorry.
The Rams don't have a threat to possibly lose a game until week 15 against the Lions, who they have not beaten since Stafford joined the Rams.
Ooh, interesting.
Airy.
So, but yeah, I got Rams from Panthers.
Rams sweep. Yep.
And they'll cover that 10.5. I'm not worried. Panthers suck.
Right.
Vikings at Seahawks. Ooh, the Sam Darnold revenge game.
Oh man, this is talk about narratives just falling. Okay, yeah, give me Seattle. Minnesota. Y'all got to show me something so I can really
all of our NFC North pick All
Right.
of us here picked the fucking Vikings, and they fucking are the worst team in the North.
They're the worst one. Damn it. My whole playoff prediction almost is exact, but Minnesota really screwed the pooch on that one. That's all right.
Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, give me Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle. I mean, JJ's still playing, right? So yeah.
Damn.
Jettas might ask for a trade. Hey, Patriots have money. Anyways, Bills at Steelers. We don't know if Mason Rudolph or Aaron Rodgers will be the quarterback. It does not matter.
I
Go
think
ahead,
it
Milton.
does. I think
Oh.
it 100. So even if you, not to harp on the last game, if we watch the last game, talking about, and it's true, Aaron Rodgers is not mobile like he used to be.
He's afraid to
And
get hit.
oh,
Do you hear me?
it's going.
Do you hear me?
Am I going?
Yeah.
Can't
Nice.
hear. Good. You hear me?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, y'all went black. Okay, probably I went black. Did I go black?
No.
Okay,
No.
what the heck? All right, sorry, awkward silence. But Aaron Rodgers isn't mobile, and we all agree. But when you see Mason Rudolph, it's like, oh, Aaron Rodgers is actually pretty mobile. He can run this offense much better than Mason freaking Rudolph.
Hey,
Even though,
Mason hasn't been the same since Miles hit him with his own helmet.
okay, I'm not trying to feel bad for the guy. I'm sorry, but I think this game actually can get pretty tricky if Aaron Rodgers is playing. Since we don't know that, I'm just going to go Buffalo just because I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to play. So Buffalo wins.
Alex?
Yeah, I also got Buffalo.
I would love the Steelers to win this one for my narrative for the New England Patriots, but I think Buffalo comes back after getting embarrassed in Houston, to say the least. This Steelers defense isn't the same as years past. So they're not that threatening. So this will help my narrative that Mike Tomlin will finally hit below 500. All right. And the last of the afternoon games, it is the Raiders at Chargers.
Let's go with the Chargers. Raiders suck. Chip Kelly's gone. Good for them. Pete Carroll's going to be gone too.
It's so long to fire him. Alex?
He's the highest paid guy. They say, we don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if the Chargers win, they're still be undefeated in the division, right?
This will make them 4-0.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, I got the Chargers, and KC better hope the Raiders beat them.
Broncos actually better hope the Raiders beat the Chargers because that division might get tight.
Yeah,
Not this week, but I was saying later.
Yeah.
By the way, those 3 games for the afternoon games, so boring.
I agree.
All right, and the main event, talking about boring, sadly, it is the Denver Broncos visiting the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, Denver off a bye.
We couldn't flex this one?
Gosh, man. Yeah, this week's going to suck a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I mean, I guess if you're looking at the Sunday lineups, I guess there's not really nothing to flex. I mean, maybe I would have flexed Texans Colts personally.
Texans Colts, yeah, it's meaningful, and I think it'll be an interesting to watch game. I think they're well, I don't know, but yeah, keep going. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I mean, there's no Jaden Daniels. He's not playing. It's Matt Mariota versus his defense. Oh God, he's dead.
Yeah.
Denver sweep. We don't got to talk about it.
Yeah, Denver sweep.
Okay. Unless Milton's got something to say about the Commanders.
Oh, Commanders suck. No, I got nothing.
All right, to close out Monday Night Football, it is the New York Giants at the New England Patriots.
This is gonna feel so good because I hate the Giants. Okay, they ruined my childhood. That's what they did. they ruined
You're so
freaking
spoiled, Milton.
They ruined my freaking childhood. I had to go back to school. It's like, oh, what happened to undefeated? All right, nonetheless, we're gonna beat them.
Damn it, we could have had 9, Alex.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, I got the Patriots. There should be I wouldn't say no way.
Jameis Winston, if he's playing, there's a chance. Damn it.
Jameis is a concern, right? Because when
Yeah,
Jameis was with the Saints, he actually did pretty good against us. My concern is what I brought up earlier. They're not lost for the season, but they're going to be lost for at least a month. And that is losing Will Campbell and Jared Wilson, our two left tackle and left guard, respectively.
He,
And now we're going to get fucking bum rushed by Burns, Sexy Dexty, Thibodeau, and Abdul Carter. I'm scared.
Yo,
I am scared.
we should be scared, but
run the ball.
There you go. Shut up.
Travion.
All we
Yeah.
got to do is run the ball. That's what we can get away from that from. We'll be all right. He'll take a couple licks, run the ball efficiently. We'll be all right. Maybe have a Gibbs day. That'll be great.
Hold on, real quick. This is funny. And this is my trigger, Alex. Alexander came back to say LeBron is better than Jordan. Chicago has mid pizza and go Birds. I subscribed to follow up on Saturday. Alexander, we're both live right now on the Puro Pinche Sports channel, which is my channel, and the People's Debate, which is Milton's. If you could, brother, subscribe to both. We really appreciate it. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for your comments tonight. They were great. Alex, any rebuttal on LeBron over Jordan and Chicago has mid pizza?
LeBron had a team up with 3 guys because he got scared of a little 22-year-old named Derrick Rose coming for his crown, and he had a team up with Dwayne Wade and Chris
got you.
Bosh. And talk about pizza. I mean, I don't think you ever had a good deep dish pizza before. Is he from Philly?
He's a Philly fan. I don't know. I don't know if you say he's from Philly, but if he is, I mean, it would make sense.
Chicago. That's hilarious. Chicago has mid pizza. What a dig. That's so funny, dude.
There you go,
Never
bro.
had Chicago pizza. Never had.
Alexander, these are the two channels that we're on. So Puro Pinche Sports and the People's Debate. Both of us are here from San Antonio, bro. So our being fans from New England, and Alex is from Chicago. He just lives in near. But yeah, so thanks for the love, man. Appreciate you being on here.
For sure.
He says, I lived in Bridgeport for 2 years, 35th and South Low. Nice. All right. So there you go. We also have in the People's Debate, we have a Philly fan named Jalen. He's usually up on the TikTok channel live almost every week. So if you want to follow them there, so you can catch up some Eagle talk there, bro. Truly appreciate it. But guys, any final thoughts before we close out the show tonight? And what a upkeep show to like make up for tomorrow and Wednesday. We're not having shows.
Nope.
What a good collaboration. And I know, Milton, you're exhausted after a long day of work.
100%. But like you said, we're not going to have shows. Hey, got to get some content out there. Can't just not.
Yeah, I know you missed last week. Missed last week.
No, man, I was so upset that I couldn't talk about it. But Jose, I don't know your thoughts. Do you think LeBron's better than Jordan?
No.
Okay,
no.
Cool. We're all realistic here. All right.
It's not that LeBron couldn't have been better than Jordan,
of course, but he can't now.
The problem will always lie in the fact that Jordan never had to leave Chicago to succeed, even though Chicago did suck. Like everyone brings up Pippen and everything like that, but no one understands how much Chicago sucked those first like 6-7 years that he was there. And sadly, despite LeBron did taking the Cleveland Cavaliers over to the finals in 2007,
right?
It's just known fact that he left. Now, obviously, the Cavaliers front office was asked; they didn't deserve him. But the fact that LeBron had to do all this to team up with so many names, Chicago drafted and brought people over. LeBron had to go to the places to make the succession happen. But that's always going to be a debate, which is fine. It's going to be fun no matter what.
Yeah.
You know who Luol Deng is?
Yeah.
You know who Luol Deng is for real?
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like an African.
Hey, he is.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? He looks black to me, brother.
It looks like it's from like Nigeria or something. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, forever, he said. Oh my god.
That's
sorry.
That was Derrick Rose's number 2 for the most part after playing against LeBron.
Offensively, because
y'all had Joakim Noah.
But they're more defensive guys. They weren't offensively. Right. I know what he means.
Yeah. So during that, I'm glad you brought during that time for everybody, Jose included. That's when I was watching basketball. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I stopped after a while.
He's a Knicks fan. Don't listen to him. It doesn't matter what he says. He's a Knicks fan. Just point and laugh.
Hey, well, That's why I stopped watching basketball right there. Because that's all everybody did. Yeah.
Oh,
But
shit.
no, I the LeBron and Jordan, I don't think it's a debate. I think it's it's
I
easily
won't use
lost.
championship rings as the final factor.
But
But
what about
but
losses? The amount of losses. Like he has how many losses? 5?
it's not no, yes, 6. It's not
6?
about the
That's
amount of
crazy.
losses, it's
Yes, it
how they
is.
lost. No, it's how they lost.
Oh, they lost to Dirk Nowitzki. That year was
That
He
was
fucking
choked. He
that was
choked.
on him. Yeah,
Like
that
I
one was on him.
like 07, they shouldn't even been in the finals.
Yeah, they should have been.
But that's what I'm saying. It's how they lost. I'm not gonna give him like shit for it. He had Mo Will and fucking Verjao as his 2 next best teammates.
Yeah,
So I'm not really gonna kick him in the nuts for that one. But as far as like his performance in 2011, 2014 was fine. Everyone was hurt and the Spurs were on a vendetta.
right.
But 2017 and 18, I really hold against because it's like I get Kyrie left for 18, but you needed to do more. You need to drive to the basket. You need to be a freight train that I wanted to see. He could have easily gone past all that, but he was playing the good teammate, kicking it out and stuff like that, which I'm like, they're too passive. It's not going to do enough for me, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
So 17, 18, and 11 are the ones that I really hold against him.
But the main thing that I would get LeBron fans, and they couldn't refute it, is think of any GOAT in any sport. He's won 4 championships, right?
Yes,
Which
4
are-
out of 10.
And
Yeah,
he's
4 out of 10.
lost 6. No other greatest of all time has lost more than they've won in a championship game. Nobody. So why is he just the outlier? That's the craziest thing to me. He's an all-time great. He's the best small forward of all time.
Because most fans grew up with him. That's really it. And
That's crazy. You
and,
can't.
no one will give it to Steph, which is funny because he won as many championships and with less attempts. But no one will give it to Steph because of the lineup team he had with KD.
Right.
Those two with KD really put Steph back.
I would put LeBron over Steph. That's not.
Yeah.
I would not argue that. But I just never got it. Like, how do you can't? There's no argument for LeBron over Jordan unless you bring up stupid. You can't even bring up the stats because if you do the stats at the same amount of years, still doesn't work for you. So it's a wild. I can't believe people still debate that. It's not a debate, not at all. You can't make a good argument for LeBron.
No, don't talk to James and Marco.
Oh, I would love to.
No,
you gotta debate it. You gotta
it'd be 1 year and out the other, bro.
Oh, okay, I wouldn't care. Oh, fair enough. All right, whatever. Cool. That's cool.
But all right, gentlemen, that's all I got for tonight. Thank you for tuning in, whether it was on Facebook channel through the People's Debate, whether it was YouTube on the People's Debate or Photo Beach Sports YouTube channel. Let us know if y'all like the format where we're vertical or horizontal, because we have them both up. I don't think neither of us turned it private, and we've got a lot of really comments coming up on here. So
yeah,
I really do appreciate everybody tuning in and talking on here. So we might go ahead and moving forward, keep both up. We're crazy. Thank you, StreamYard. But guys, next week Photo Beach Sports will be back live on Tuesday. I'll be here. Hopefully, Alex will be here. I don't know who else will be because everyone's on paternity leave. Milton will be back on next Wednesday. I hope with the People's Debate. I'll be on there with regulars, Jalen, Joe, and Cody. God willing. I'll be 35 that day, by the way. So actually, I may or may not be
might
on.
miss that one. Yeah, that's all good.
Maybe, but I already told the family I don't really care for birthday gifts, so don't do shit for me. But anyways, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Really do appreciate it. I'll put it up one more time. These are the channels to subscribe to. We do appreciate it.
Subscribe right now, or I'm not going to sleep tonight. And you don't want to see that.
Yeah, he only sleeps 1 hour for every subscription. So if you don't subscribe, he doesn't sleep. But all right, guys, for the Professor Alex of the crew is for YT Cody, who is here tonight, for the host of the People's Debate, Milton. I'm Osa Garza. We are Puro Beach Sports and the People's Debate.